Did
Okay,
you start
so
now?
last time on Scribes, you spoke to the
Did you
Abyss.
start it? You didn't answer me. Don't fucking kick me, I swear to God.
I have tonsillitis, so I need you to be nice.
Okay. Does that stop you from saying the word yes?
Yes, I've started. Okay, so last time on Scribes, you spoke to the Abyss Watcher who told you the gods weren't coming because they weren't going to leave their den to help Minso. They told you of the choices you have to make. The fact Helios is not a child, but a monster wearing the face of one. The Vercingetorix has a dozen futures laid out before her that Ilia can die, and she can live in. Roderick, you asked if the tree you saw can bleed gold too, and the Abyss Watcher said yes. And you were all warned of the parasite that had latched itself onto Nalani. Roderick then made good on his promise and killed the Abyss Watcher. You guys, had a fun time killing Minso.
Yeah.
Then Anave spoke through Minso's corpse, casual Tuesday things. And you left Scribes Town and sought refuge in the camp up on the hill. June, your mother and sister were taken to rest with the healer's tent. Vercingetorix and Kedwin had a talk about his newly undead state. Pluto and Nalani made a sand globe. Roderick made dad noises and also made a promise to Sanjing. And Jude had a talk with her deadbeat Farmville dad. Then...
Time to put my favorite piece of art over Toad in chat.
Oh my god.
Then Sanjing took Kedwin for his first feed along with June and Verk. While you were killing deer, Celeste warned Nalani to run. You began to hear a bell ringing through camp. Pluto and Roderick ran after the fling baby, and we finished when you guys had all met up again and had decided to flee through the woods. So, that all being said, we're going to jump right back in. I need you all to make for me either an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever you'd prefer.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, nuts.
Is Nalani good at either?
Oh, Nalani does not have to roll. Roderick, in fact, let me correct myself. Roderick is carrying Nalani, right? Still on his shoulders?
Yes.
Okay,
if we're
so-
coming back.
Yeah. So,
Same moment.
Nalani, you don't roll, and Roderick, you do roll, but at disadvantage because you have baby cargo weighing you down.
Oh, really good. I
I'm
believe
just
in
seeing
you.
which of my stats is better real quick. Athletics. Oh, yeah, I owe a -1 to acrobatics. We'll be doing athletics.
What is Kedwin good at, actually? Let me see.
Can we all say our roles out loud so that if I transcribe this, I won't have to go back in the chat and figure out what role was what?
We should go down the roll or the list, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were first then, Chuck.
Yeah. Okay. So I rolled a 21.
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a 19.
Was that with disadvantage?
Oh, you needed a disadvantage?
Oh,
I will
yes,
roll
sorry.
disadvantage.
Yes, Roderick, you're going to roll disadvantage
Because you're
because...
carrying the baby.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 16, actually.
And
I rolled an 11.
and Kedwin rolled a 10.
What a natural
God
one.
bless him.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, I need
He has
to
a
make
+9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me.
He's
What
so
is
sexy.
Kedwin? Kedwin. Sanjing. I'm just gonna roll on his D&D build sheet. Okay, Sanjing got a 15.
Okay.
Let me open.
I thought you said 58 at first. I was like, what the fuck does vampires do to people?
Okay, so Sanjing, June, and Kedwin, and Pluto actually.
Oh god.
Okay, Vercingetorix, you are booking it, no problems. Here, you're just off. Roderick, you and Baby are just zooming. The rest of you are fine. You don't fall, but you do stumble on some jutting tree roots, and this sets you further back from Roderick and Vercingetorix, who are ahead. So, you guys are moving kind of northeast, away from the camp and away from the sound of the bells that originally was from behind you. It's still behind you. And as you keep moving, you hear it again, to your left this time. And then you seem to hear it above you. And then behind you again. And then to your left, louder than before. And you pass through the clearing where you killed the deer. And you keep moving onwards, away from the supposed safety of the camp. You're moving into denser forest here. The trees are dead, like pretty much everywhere in Maes. But the roots are thick and old and withered. Everyone, please make another athletics or acrobatics check.
Sans Lonnie.
Disadvantage again, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
How dare you do this to your child!
This is gonna be a fun encounter.
Okay. I rolled a 7. Everybody say your roll.
Oh yeah, Junior.
I got a 19. Sorry.
No, don't worry.
I got a 17.
I got a 9.
I got a rock.
Kedwin got a 23, and Sanjin got
A 53, holy shit!
Yes.
Okay,
Kedwin just
that's
takes off
vampires.
levitating into the sky. Okay,
Good for
so Vercingetorix and Roderick and Nalani. The three of you fall over.
Oh my god.
June, you're able to, after your initial kind of stumble, you pick up the pace and are able to like speed on ahead. And kind of like, for you, obviously running is a familiar thing. Sometimes with more limbs than you have now, but certainly running through woods is nothing new to you. And you're able to like pick up your, you're able to like pick up the pace and like burst on ahead. Pluto, again, you're making good speed. You're like getting ahead of the loud, dull ring of the bell behind you, as is Kedwin after his initial stumble.
Is there any way I can help Roderick up?
You can make me a strength check at disadvantage.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah. Mother trucker, I almost got a nat 20.
Mother trucker.
God.
God.
Oh my god, that's
So-
an 8.
Pluto, you stop to try and help Roderick, but with the way that he's like fallen with Nalani as well, it's just heavy and you can't do it.
Yeah,
And so I'm gonna
that's
need
fair.
Vercingetorix. In fact, prior to that, actually, let me make Kedwin do a strength check at disadvantage. Wait, no, it's the wrong way around. Check strength. This. Okay, Kedwin. Vercingetorix, Kedwin sees you fall, and as he keeps running, he just like lifts you and carries you. Because Kedwin got an 18. I don't know if I said that, as I need to get used to saying. Okay, so Pluto, Roderick, and Nalani, I need you all to make wisdom saving throws for me, please.
Okay.
Wait, I needed to make a saving throw, did you
A
say?
wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
12.
Shit. Oh, my best save.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Oh.
Okay, go down the rung for me.
Nalani got a 12.
Pluto got a 26.
Roderick got an 8. Got a rock.
Oh god.
Roderick and Nalani, you are knocked unconscious.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh no.
Shit.
Oh no.
Pluto, you are not. The dull ringing of the bell that pounds between your ears. Ding, ding, ding. And you watch as... No, it's okay, Arthur, that's just me. Sorry, I did that, and Arthur, like, so... What?
Oh.
You watch as Nalani and Roderick, like, sort of, as they're trying to get up towards you, sway and then just, like, slump back towards the ground. And you know that the bell is the cause for that. This is no natural sleep. Are you gonna keep running? Or...
I'm gonna grab Nalani and... Oh... I'm gonna cast... What do I do? I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Nalani, because I don't know what's happening.
Okay,
I have an idea about Roderick after this.
okay. Let's do Death Ward. Do you need to roll anything for Death Ward? What is Death Ward?
No, it's just like when you touch a creature, you're granted a measure of protection from death. The first time the target would drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage, the target instead drops to 1 and the spell ends.
Great. And are you gonna, like, try and carry Nalani?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a strength check. Okay, yep, you're able
17.
to pick Nalani up.
Woo.
And what were you thinking for Roderick, Chuck?
Okay, nobody roast me. So because whenever I cast sleep on Milani, it kind of broke their like them out of that spell from the bill. I kind of want to try that on Roderick and see if my supernatural sleep will override their supernatural sleep,
Okay.
and then somebody can wake him up.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast it at
He has 105 hit points. So.
I do.
what is the maximum amount of hit points I could take out, actually? Because if I can't take out the max, then I should not do this spell.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Shit. I don't know where the it doesn't say on D&D Beyond what the
How many dice how many dice would you roll? Because they're D6, right?
D8s.
It's
So
D8s.
You're rolling an additional 2d8 for each slot level above first. So if you're casting this at 5th level, that would be...
it's not enough.
That would be an extra
Rip.
10, right? Yeah, so just be like 8 times the amount of dice.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, never mind. It thought it was a good idea.
It was.
It was.
It
It definitely
was.
was. It's just Roger's a big boy.
What if I burn it at a lower level and see if that at least sways it?
Yeah, so
I don't
you're not
know.
trying to put him to sleep. You're not trying to get the spell to work. You're just trying to see if the magic will.
I'm literally just trying to combat it.
Or
in his brain.
Can I cast Remove Curse? Do you think that'll do anything? I don't know though, because it's magically unconscious.
I will
Could be
say
a
that I
curse.
have you on a timer to decide this.
Oh my god, motherfucker!
Purely because you're on a chase right now.
I'm
Yeah.
casting sleep at 3rd level.
I thought you were gonna go. Okay.
I listen, I'm just gonna try it. If I burn this spell slot, it's fine. How do I do...
Will it let you just do cast sleep?
I don't know how
You
to
can't
do
really
it.
choose the level.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You can, I just don't know how.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how. We can't
Um,
really because we're gay and we can't read.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, sleep at 3rd level would be 2d8 for every slot above. So 2, 4, 6. That would be an additional 6. So how many do you get initially? 5d8. So it would be you get another 6. That would be 11d8.
Okay.
Okay. You got 43. You, as Kedwin carries you away and you see Roderick slump and you see that Pluto can't get him up but is able to get Milani up, you think back to what happened with Milani before and you try it and nothing happens.
God damn it!
All right, I'm casting Remove Curse, and then running, and then I look at Nalani in my arms, and I just cast Remove Curse on Roderick and start running.
Okay, where does Remove Curse live?
The third level spell.
Okay.
So all curses affecting one creature, object, and
Is sleep a curse?
You know what? That's a great question. Let me
Really
look
good
at Remove
question.
Curse.
If it's a
I mean,
curse, I would very much like to be cursed with sleep because
Yeah. I
Mood.
mean, it's just an enchantment, but
it's a bad enchantment, so it's a curse. It's a negative enchantment.
That's based in your
curses
your
that make you go Betty
context
Bye.
and-
Yeah, that's based on my that's kind of based on one's moral code, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, putting
I
someone to
think-
sleep forcibly in a dangerous situation, dick move, I think.
But the spell could also be used in a non-dangerous situation to just make the goddamn kids go to bed.
I think it's kind of unclear, the wording, so I think at this point,
Yeah.
it would be your choice.
yeah.
Yeah, DM's discretion.
Okay.
I'm crossing my fingers.
Getting the damn kids to bed, Mel just fucking... Actually, Mel wouldn't. Valerie would absolutely cast sleep on Charlie.
Okay. I'm gonna do a coin flip. Heads it works.
Ooh.
Tails
Oh
it
my
doesn't.
god.
The fate of the world resides on a coin flip.
I'll post it in
This is
Oh,
literally
shit.
more fair than the American election process.
It is.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I think we should go back to that. Just do the coin flip.
so
Mother
that is to
trucker.
say
Oh.
it doesn't work.
No.
F.
So Chris, you're out of this chase.
All right.
Everyone else, roll me another athletics or acrobatics check.
Ooh,
Yeah,
boy.
when it doesn't work, Pluto like kneels down beside Roderick and is like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry," and runs.
Is Kedwin still carrying Vercingetorix?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't need to roll, right?
No, you're fine actually. Yeah, I'll make Kevin roll for disadvantage.
I don't need to roll.
Oh,
so
Lucky,
sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
Now
no!
we get to hang out with each other, lagging behind.
Oh no.
Not just lagging behind numbers.
Oh wait, sorry, it
Please.
should have been at disadvantage.
Yeah.
He can't be stopped.
Yeah!
Let me
He's
roll.
unstoppable! In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
Read
In
your
the heat of
numbers.
controversy, he don't miss.
Okay, so June got a 9, Pluto got a 4, Kedwin got a 20, and Sanjing got a 17. So Pluto and
Sanjing
June,
is so sexy.
you fall, which means Nalani, again, you fall with Pluto. People carrying you just can't get it together, it seems.
They can't learn to carry a fucking child. They're
so
like
sorry.
not even. They're so tiny.
So
Sleeping.
as you hit the ground, June and Pluto, I'm gonna
my
need
God.
you guys to make wisdom saves for me, please.
You guys.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
oh
Get your
fuck.
fucking acts together.
Nalani, you need to make one.
Look at June. Do you
Oh,
think
and
she's
also
wise in
Yes.
any way, shape, or form? June is the opposite of wise.
You all fail and are knocked unconscious.
Oh, God. This is great. Pluto stood up.
Um,
Pluto
I-
stood up, immediately fell to the floor, and got clonked out.
Okay, so Kedwin, Sanjing, and Vercingetorix are the only ones left in this. Kedwin carrying Vercingetorix is like, what should we do? Should we try and go back for them?
I think we have to.
Right, okay. So Kedwin goes back. Sanjing will come to reluctantly. And
He does a gay little run to piss you off.
Kedwin is just gonna, because he has the strength modifier, I believe in him. He's just gonna lift up Nalani as well. So let's just do a
Good
save.
man.
Love it.
Can't be stopped. He lifts
Yes!
Oh
lifts
my
this baby
god.
like a tater tot. And
26.
26, baby.
Sanjing's gonna try.
Gosh.
He'll try and lift you first, June. That's Kedwin. What am I doing? I have Sanjing.
Good fucking luck. I was gonna be
Sorry.
like, if Sanjing tries to pick June up, he probably won't. June is 300 pounds.
He's a Hexblade Warlock. He's got a little bit more beef to him, you know.
Slightly.
Sanjing?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought we were talking about Hojin, not Sanjing.
if only.
I was gonna be like, if Hojin was trying to lift me up.
Well, Sanjing rolled a nat 20, so
Holy
shit.
Sanjing
Sanjing is
he
like, I
starts
hate
fucking
werewolves. Werewolves
juggling.
suck, and then roll a nat 20 to pick up his werewolf friend.
yeah, he like fucking just WrestleMania suplexes you into the air. I'm gonna say that Sanjing
Well,
just
Chris.
like drags you to your feet, backhands you, and is like, "Wake the fuck up!"
June wakes up snarling.
And well, since
hasn't
he got a
ate
nat
back.
20, I'm gonna say that gives him the chance to try and yoink you up, Pluto.
Yeah.
So let's. Well, he rolled a 5 that time, so that was a 7.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, Plugic
Well,
writes. They're both
yeah.
dead in the forest.
So Bucky, I'm afraid.
This is just like a Roger song.
I'm afraid you're both out. Everyone else. Oh, sorry.
I want to slap Roderick across the face.
Roderick is not here.
Oh, is he
like a
gone?
mile
He's gone?
Yeah. Oh, Roderick's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
thought that he was like still in range.
No, I'm sorry. He's not. With it. You can slap him later.
I was thinking think I can Misty Step to him, but I think he's too far away.
Yeah, he's. If you go back there, I am saying that you are out of it.
Okay, no, not doing that. I'm sorry, Chris.
Hey, understandable. Have a good day.
Okay, so Pluto and Roderick, you are out of it. Everyone else, you you keep moving. You break out of the tree line and find yourself forced across one of the split paths of magma that has been spat out from Marashkin's body. There are several jutting pieces of rock that you can use to get over, but I'm gonna need you all to make survival checks.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not really June's strongest suit.
Kedwin, like, looks, alternatively, obviously, if there's a way for you to get across, other than, you know, having to physically climb. Yeah, Kedwin looks to you, Vercingetorix, and he's like, do you want me to carry you both, or just Nalani?
How far across is the, like, magma?
It's not that far. Like, it's too far to, like, jump, but it's not too far to, say, like, use a spell to get over.
Okay, yeah, Vercingetorix is like, don't worry about me. And then she Misty Steps.
Just right out of his arms, he's like, oh, okay. So yeah, Nalani, I'll say that Kedwin can... unless you want Nalani to...
Oh no! Oh no! They're not getting down.
Okay, let me roll for check. Right, wait, no, he has to roll at disadvantage. because he's
Oh.
carrying you.
Oh, fuck. Ah!
Come on!
These
Shouldn't the
couldn't have
20
been
take
far
precedence?
off the
Shouldn't the
ball.
20 take precedence?
Let him play, Raph. Let him play.
Going to
Come on,
play
Raph.
20.
Imagine, in your mind's eye, I need you to imagine me throwing my baseball cap to the floor and marching out to the field where where Aethlin is refereeing, and I'm like, let him play! Come on!
Okay,
Can
I
I
will
cast
say...
Featherfall on him?
you can. I will say that because
Into magma?
I will say that because he got the nat 20, he falls, but is able to just throw Nalani like a football. So Nalani makes it over. Virk, you are welcome to cast Featherfall on Kedwin over Ishkanai.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Where does Featherfall live?
I also want to try to break Nalani's fall whenever Kedwin throws them.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I do want to
Okay.
say when they fall, they do make a squeaky toy, like cartoon sound effect.
It's like a rubber ducky.
Pluto misses them already.
Let me
He can't miss them. He's asleep.
F.
He does anyway.
With I'm
Fuck
gonna
off.
do. Okay. With the slowed down fall time that you give him from Featherfall, Kedwin like tries to grab onto like some of the rock as he falls. He does not make it. I have also not rolled for Sanjing. Sorry, Sanjing. Why do you have +6 to survival, Sanjing?
Sanjing's a resilient motherfucker.
Party.
Apparently.
Sanjit refuses to die.
Well, yeah, that tracks, doesn't it? Well, he got a 15. He's okay. June, I'll do. If you get over with a little bit of trouble, at one point one of the like rocks gives out under your hands, and you have a moment of like where your stomach kind of jumps up into your mouth, and it's like oh. But you scrabble back up and you make it over to the other side.
Fuck yeah.
So Vercingetorix, as you cast Featherfall on Kedwin, he tries to grab hold of the rock. He does not succeed. And he keeps falling. And for a second you think in horror you were going to have to watch him be swallowed by the lava. But instead, you see a strange shimmering pool of magical light open up under him. And he disappears into
That's worse.
it.
She literally screams at the top of her lungs.
And Sanjing's like, well, too bad. Did my best. Let's all go.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I made him a vampire, that's what I meant. I tried to keep him alive, but look at it. The world's determined that he'll die. So let's just go.
Vercingetorix is like running like she's about to do it to him. Like not at Sanjing, like
Yeah.
she's about to jump in where he jumped in, or where he fell rather.
Okay, Sanjing like looks at June like quickly and then like rushes after Vercingetorix to be like, grab her.
Yup, on it. Versus, she's running. I'll make a strength check.
Yeah, everyone make Verk make everyone make strength checks. Actually, that's a.
Yikes.
Okay, I'll roll for Sanjing, but we've already got.
Admittedly, it is kind of unfair for Vercingetorix to make a contest of strength against June Mavel.
That is
but
true.
you know what?
It's good because Sanjing got a 3, so June got a 15, and Vert got an 11. So Sanjing
Can I just say that she like scoops Vercingetorix up,
Yes.
almost like nope,
Yep.
and then just picks her up and turns around.
She is like screaming and like kicking, and she's like, I won't lose him again! I won't lose him again!
You can't save him if you're dead too.
She's just like fucking hysterical.
And Sanjing is like, after having failed terribly to try and stop you, Vogue, just looks at June and is like, are you okay to just sort of drag her along for a little bit?
I've got it. You just
Great,
go
fantastic.
take care of the
Let's
child.
go. Nalani, let's get going.
Like, Nalani's like up, going.
So you guys keep
Can I
running.
like?
Yes?
I don't want to like just throw Verk over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes, but like, can I tell her like tucked into my arm because Verk is kind of small, right?
Mhm.
Like she's
very
clearly an adult and she is big, but like I am
Yeah.
also 6'3".
Yeah. And Vercingetorix is teeny tiny. So yeah, no, I definitely say you could do that.
This is very angry hissing.
So you guys keep running away from where the magma has spilt out and engulfed the land. There's only one direction you can go with the magma bottling you in like that. And it's not an optimal way, because you can see the ground ahead is split open, and noxious gas is spilling up from the dark below. But there's nowhere else to go. You have to go forward. Everybody make a Constitution save.
Constitution.
You had too much fun with planning this session, I can tell.
Yeah.
I don't have to because June is carrying me, right?
You do have to.
Oh, I
because
got
it's,
20!
breathing in.
Nalani got a 17.
Well, my lungs don't work.
Me,
Just tuck your
bitch.
head in. Just tuck your head in. You'll be fine.
No. I mean, like literally, like my lungs don't function. I am dead.
That is true. That is true. You do not need to breathe and could therefore hold your breath during this intersection. So you will get through fine, since the other guy is also undead.
You know what? Actually, though, Vercingetorix would be breathing because she's fucking hysterical right now.
Yeah.
So this
Um,
tracks.
In that case, you do pass out, but June's already
Yep.
carrying you, so that's fine.
This totally tracks.
And as you pass through the mist, that ringing is back. Dong, dong, dong. Roll me a wisdom save, everyone.
Oh,
Except
no.
for you, Vercingetorix, who are
Oh, okay.
sleeping.
Not 20 for the baby.
Nalani's wise as shit.
They are.
Okay, Nalani got a 26, June got an 18, Sanjin got a 23. You were able to resist the siren song and you keep moving. Now, having crossed that cracked piece of earth, the path is leading you upwards into foothills. And then I need you all to make me a dexterity save. In fact, actually, no, wait, no, I don't. I'm a liar. Hold on, 1 second.
Oh.
In fact,
Top
actually,
line.
I'll never stop, sorry.
I know.
Let me get... Where is what I need? Okay, Nalani, make a wisdom save. That's a 10.
10.
You fail. And you are paralyzed because hold person is being cast on you.
Oh.
Oh god.
June, I also need you to make a wisdom save, please.
You bet.
Okay, yep, you pass. You feel like something trying to hold you still, and you grit your teeth and you push through it and you keep moving.
I can't stop moving. I've got Vercingetorix in my arms,
Exactly.
okay?
You got precious cargo.
Baby on board.
And what is your AC, June?
Mine is 15.
Okay. You push through this and keep moving. Only for a moment later, a crossbow bolt gets you in the back of the leg.
Oh!
This has been
Fuck.
deliberately shot to get you through the back of the knee.
Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
And it takes you down, given the... you can roll me a con save if you would like to try and keep, dragging yourself along with your...
Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything since
You are
I'm...
passed out. You're okay.
Sorry,
Well,
it takes me like a full
okay is
minute
a
to
strong
spell
word.
Constitution.
Oh, don't worry, you're valid. Okay, yeah, you're able to, the pain is hideous and immediate, but you've known pain before. And you just keep dragging yourself along. And
God.
then-
Am I able to cast anything while I'm carrying Vercingetorix?
Yes, you can't see where these things have come from.
Just I know that, just from vaguely behind me.
Yes, you can see that this crossbow bolt seems to have just come out of the mist. And let me while I'm
Hee because I'm gonna use my new special thing I got.
oh
June's gonna use her 10th level feat, which is Divine Intervention. And June's gonna whisper to Vesmina, angry as hell, and go, "If you love me, you will get Vercingetorix out of here."
Oh. Oh. Okay, let me see.
I can't really verbalize it because if I start crying for fun in game, I'll start crying again for
Do not
real.
worry, do
But
not worry.
June is through gritted teeth,
Yeah.
trying not to sob. Baby hurt.
What is a percentile die?
It's percentage chance of something
D100.
happening.
D100.
D100. Okay, roll me a D100, June, please.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll just Google a D100.
Yeah.
You can do it in chat, I think.
Oh,
once
yeah,
you
you
Yeah,
can do that.
exclamation
Yeah,
point
do
R,
R.
D100.
Yeah.
Oh, I already got it up. I'm sorry.
It's fine either way. It's just read it out for us when you've done it. It's...
Out of 100, I got an 82.
Okay, yep. So you grit your teeth and whisper this prayer. And there's a moment of stillness. And as this is happening, you see as a bolt pierces the back of Sanjing's leg and takes him down to the ground. And then you hear from behind you in the mist the snarl of a wolf.
Yeah!
And then you don't hear anything else. But another crossbow bolt doesn't strike you.
Yeah, June's just not even gonna turn to look. She's just running as fast as she can with an arrow through her knee.
Okay, roll me a athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage because of the leggy wound.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say I'll do not acrobat. Oh, fuck, brain, please. Dice rolls. So I just do check Diz, right?
Yes, just check athletic and then Diz. Oh hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep, you are able to keep moving up this meandering path up the hill. Nalani, because I haven't forgotten that you had one person cast on you. You hear this huge wolf snarling from somewhere behind you. Which
Great.
I guess, yes, exactly, incites some fear. And then there is silence. And then you see, I'm going to put this in, I'll put it in gameplay. It's going to take a second to load. Because it's a
GIF.
Yeah, it's a GIF. It shouldn't really need to be a GIF, but whatever.
I'm sorry, a what?
A GIF.
I'm waiting for somebody.
A what?
A goof.
A
GIF?
GIF.
A goof?
The Goofy movie.
Just a
I like Goof. I like Goof better than GIF. I'll say that.
Yeah.
All of you are going to hell.
I say GIF.
I'm on your side.
I just want you to
I'm
know
on
it
the
was a
GIF
joke from the
side.
beginning.
Okay.
I don't want you to think I say GIF like some fucking maniac.
So why are you in hell? Oh, I burned someone to death. What about you? I mispronounced GIF. Yo!
Oh.
Whoa! Oh, I know what game this is
boy.
from!
Yes.
I know what game this is from!
Yes, from Darkwood. You see, obviously not the
Terrifying.
two smaller figures. Nalani, you see the familiar sight of the protective gear your parents wore whenever they leave the house. You see
Oh.
a figure that's tall enough and broad enough to be your father, that you can't tell the difference between them in the outfits. He is limping towards you, holding his side. And after a long pause, you see another figure in the same garb stumble out of the mist. She's also wounded. But they are both coming. And you cannot move. Roll me a wisdom save.
Fuck this. Okay. Oh, that's a 9. That's a
fail.
fat 9.
And your mother raises the bell and rolls ding, 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 and you fall into unconsciousness.
Oh, great.
Oh my god.
June carrying Vercingetorix up the hill. You keep moving. It's painful. It's miserable. You don't know where anyone else is. You don't know if anyone else is still alive. But you keep moving. And then as you reach the top of the hill, you see one of those figures in the suits who's waiting for you. Roll me a perception check, in fact.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. You see them too late.
Oh.
Roll me a constitution save. But I need to roll for them to hit. You see them too late as they bring a huge club studded with spikes down onto the back of your head as you pass.
Oh! Fuck.
And you drop to the floor. Roll me another constitution save.
Jesus Christ! This is June's horrible, no good, very bad day.
To be fair, she fared better than the rest of us.
I mean, Nalani could easily die right now.
And then I'll do...
June is just the woman who can't die.
And you're trying to crawl away still, even as you can feel the blood running down your face, even as you're struggling to hold a grip on Vercingetorix, even as the back of your legs throbs a low and bloody beat. And then the club comes down again, and there is only dark.
Oh.
So,
Oh my god.
in fact, no, I'll do my out of character so in a second. Let me grab my funny little. In fact, I'll leave it as this.
What
This is
the hell we gonna do now?
Nalani.
Yeah.
You wake up in a familiar tea parlor. Celeste is
Alright.
waiting for you. He is not sat at the table. He is not waiting for you with gifts, with favors, as he has done before. He is stood by the door, his arms folded. And as he sees you, he says, "Told you to run, Nalani."
I did.
You didn't know, did you? You let them No. You didn't run, Nalani. You let them slow you down. You sat on Roderick's shoulders and let him drop you. You let Pluto carry you, and you let him drop you.
They're faster.
But you, on your own, Nalani, are quick, and you can hide. You've got away from your parents before, Nalani, but you didn't get away from them this time, did you? And why is that? Because they let you down, Nalani, just like they did before when you got killed. I'm sorry, Nalani. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at them.
Now mad.
No, I am mad, but I'm not mad at you, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't take it out on you when it's not your fault. It's the fault of those useless idiots you keep around. And he tilts his head away a little and takes a long breath. Nalani, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay,
It's 12.
You see around Celeste's eyes, like black spider webs seem to bloom beneath the skin, and they pulse, and as they do, his head distorts just a little, as if there's another shape under there.
Oh, shit.
And then he shakes his head and comes back to himself, and he says, all right. Okay. You are in the house, Nalani. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They've taken you all back to the house.
Oh,
They're preparing you to be returned to the tree.
okay. Oh.
So if we don't act fast, you're going to become their nifty little house battery again. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
And I will admit that you probably can't get out of here without the rest of them. So, here's what we're going to do. Your little friends are trapped in dreams. Well, some of them are dreams and some of them are nightmares and some of them are things that they don't know that they're carrying with them, but they sure are anyway, because that's what humans fucking do. Which is to say, I can help you. You can wake them up, one by one. And then they can come rescue you. And you can get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to persuade them.
Sounds difficult.
Yeah, it is gonna be. But don't worry, it'll get easier as you go along, because you'll have...
Practice.
Yeah, and you'll be able to take their sleeping forms with you. So, yeah. You've got to choose who you're going to go first to. Whoever you think will be the easiest, I guess, the most inclined to listen to you.
The most inclined to listen to me.
Or the one you think you can persuade the most easy. I don't know. It's up to you, Nalani. I'll trust your judgment on this.
I see. At first, when you said the most inclined to listen to me, I was gonna say Roderick because guilt, and I feel like I can manipulate him with that.
Yeah.
But Pluto would be the easiest.
Yeah, he is a soft touch.
Yeah.
Soft-brained and all. Okay, Pluto it is. Alright. Come here, Nalani. And he holds his hand out and, wiggles his fingers.
They go over and they give him his hand. Or their hand.
Yeah, they take his
Give him his
I
own
get-
hand.
I get what you mean, yeah.
They take his other hand and they put it in his own hand. No.
He turns and he pushes open the door. And ahead of you, you see the best way... You know in Coraline where she goes between the two worlds and there's that spiral tunnel?
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's very that. And Celeste steps out
Obsessed.
into it, taking you with him. and you walk for a little while until you begin to smell the scent of brine and the sea. It's not a scent that Nalani would know. I say this more for your.
Yeah.
It's a strange smell, kind of salty, weird, fishy, kind of gross. You're not sure if you like it.
Milani's nose wrinkles.
Yeah, and Celeste goes, I know, fish people. And then you're in front of a door. This looks like the front door of a house. It's weathered and worn. Old wood kissed by the sea and by time. And Celeste goes, all right. I don't think that worked because I had 2 dashes. 1 second. There we go. In you go, Nalani. And okay, before we start, to explain this out of character.
I was gonna say, like, hold on.
Okay, so here's where things get funky. So each of you, other than Nalani, are in a dream or a nightmare or something. And you want to stay there, or you feel like you can't leave. Like, that's how you're currently feeling, other than Nalani. Nalani is the only one who knows it's fake. And it is therefore Nalani's job to convince you all to leave.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is going to be insanity.
As Nalani goes along, depending on which order they go with, they will have more people to take with them. So, like, if they can convince Pluto, they will then have Pluto to help with whoever they go to next.
Oh God.
Oh, I
So,
see.
Yeah. It also includes Sanjing and Kedwin in this, because, you know, they're your collateral.
Collateral.
Usually, obviously, you know, with it being D&D, I would do this with persuasion rolls and wisdom saves and so on and so on and so on. And we can still do that. Like, we can still have some rolls here and there. And, like, I will get you to roll. But also, like, if Hallie can do a convincing enough argument in character, or, like, something about it
roll with
persuades
it,
you,
yeah.
then, yeah, I'm, like, completely happy for you guys to just roll with it. And, like, if a dice roll says that you aren't persuaded, but, like, you feel like your character would be, I'm totally happy for you to take it. Like, I disregard it in this instance, because, you know, I feel like
this is going to be so good.
Yeah, I feel like the point of this is more for you guys to go with what your characters would do in this, rather than, like...
Wait, do you have, like, dreams for all of us that you've sitting down and... Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so afraid right now.
I'm in danger.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
He doesn't get one.
Some of them are dreams, as Celeste said. Some of them are nightmares. Some of them are things that you don't know you've been carrying with you, that you've forgotten in deaths, but have found your way back to you in subconscious here. And you'll see what you get as we go along. But yeah, that is the gist of it, if that... Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, Bucky, does that make sense to you?
Question.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No, sorry, let me just... Chuck, does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Chris, does that make sense to you?
Makes crystal clear.
Yeah, and Hallie, what was your question?
Crystal clear.
So, basically, all Nalani has to do is convince them that they have to leave.
Yeah.
It's not like bring them to a certain area or it's not a physical thing, it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Like, there will be doors in this place and, like, exits in some of them, but it's more to do with, like, hey, wake up, this isn't real.
Yeah.
Rather than, like,
okay, got
hey,
it.
I need you to take me to the grocery store.
So I couldn't just fucking shove them
Yes, no,
through
no,
a door.
that wouldn't, yeah.
Yeah,
You would
okay,
find
got
that
it.
Just looped you back through, yeah. Yeah, so if we're all clear...
Ready for my heartbreak, hee hee. Let me roll this bowl.
I'm buckled up.
I don't know what you have planned for me, but I know regardless it's going to make me lose my shit.
I'm just glad Nalani doesn't get one.
Well, anyway. Okay, so...
They're gonna convince themselves.
Let's begin. We'll start. So Celeste pushes open the door. Nalani, you step through. The doorway is shrouded in mist, and at first you wander through the fog for a time. And then as it parts, you find yourself in a house. Everything around you, the walls and ceiling both, are made of wood, rustic, half held together by seawater and hope. The whole world here smells of brine, and in the far-off distance you hear something. A low, strange, moaning song, which Nalani would not know, but out of character, is whale song. And you see a table, covered in cloth and decorated with carved trinkets. And as you stand there, you hear laughter, coming from the room adjacent. You turn and see Pluto. But it's a younger Pluto. This is a Pluto in his 20s. Much younger.
Oh.
His hair is barely streaked with grey. He still has 2 arms. And currently,
Shit.
they're wrapped around the waist of an elven woman, who's talking quickly, her hands gesturing wildly in front of her. And Pluto is listening to her as she talks in very animated strokes. And he's just, like, laughing with her and smiling fondly. What do you do?
Am I already like in the
Yes,
doorway?
you are in the house.
Like I would be in view of them already.
They haven't noticed you yet.
Yeah.
Partly because they're kind of so wrapped up in each other. But yes, you are in the house.
It's important to note that you have never seen Pluto look this happy
Yeah, this is
from the time that you've known him.
Yeah, this is a Pluto like a world away from the Pluto you've known.
I think they take a second to be like, is that? Hold on. Is that the right guy? But then they if they like position themselves in the most. I mean, they're already an 8-year-old, but in the least threatening position, standing in like the doorway of the room, and then they reach over and just like knock on the door frame to get attention.
And Pluto, you were completely wrapped up in the story that Lillian was telling you about what happened like while she was out in the boat today, and she's telling you. Usually the stories she brings back, you know, given that she's in the defense, are not good stories. But today was quiet. Today was calm. And she comes back to regale you with stories of how someone nearly fell overboard. And as she's gesturing, she's like, "Me had to fucking grab him, and I thought he was gonna fall in there." And then you hear the knock, knock, and she pauses, and like her hand's kind of still in the air. And then she tilts her head towards the door, where you both see this child, this strange child in a mask and ragged
How dare you.
clothes, and it's not a person you know or have ever seen before, and they're just in your living room staring at you.
Pluto turns, like his eyes dart between Lillian and the figure in his living room. And then he like looks at Lillian like, did you let him in?
And Lillian like shakes her head a little bit, and then is like, you alright, Chuck?
And then he like turns back, and then he like lets go of Lillian's waist and like takes a gentle step forward and is like, "Are you lost?"
Yes. I'm lost. And, I actually, are you Pluto?
I am.
Oh, I need to talk to you.
And Lillian steps up behind you, Pluto, like, in the same kind of, like, trying to be approachable to this tiny child that has wandered in out of nowhere. And, like...
Yeah, Pluto has definitely, like, taken, like, the need to be eye level with them.
She, like, rests her hand on your shoulder, and, like, she doesn't
I grab her hand.
She doesn't completely, like, lean down all the way with you, but she is, like, kind of, like, stooped a little. And is like, "Are you alright? How'd you find your way here? You're not... I don't mean this badly, Chuck, but you're not from around here." Oh, sorry, I realise I'm saying Chuck as, like, a nickname, which it is, but we also have a Chuck as a character.
I actually thought you said, "Are you all right, Chuck?" And I was like,
sorry. Yeah, I only
character,
realized
did you just
that.
forget to change the accent?
No, I only realized that as I said it for the second time. She can say chick instead of... she can say chicky. You're right, Chicky. You're not.
I didn't even fucking realize.
I know. Until I said it the second time, I was like, hold on a fucking second. Yeah. So she like leans down and is like, "You're right. You're not from. I mean, we don't. You're not from around here. I mean, I don't mean that badly. I just mean,
No, I know.
yeah.
I'm aware.
How do you? Where are your parents?
Oh boy.
That's a really good question. Actually, my friend sent me here, gave me directions.
Your friend.
Yeah,
And
she's my friend.
she like looks down at Pluto at that, like, that's a weird, like, that's kind of weird for a kid to be like, oh, my friend gave me directions here to you, this grown man who I don't know.
Yeah, Pluto was like wincing a little bit, like, and then I think he stands up and like kind of like brushes his pants and is like, "You must be starving, delirious with
Yeah.
hunger. Don't worry. Here, I'll make you something. Don't worry."
Delirious.
Lillian like gives your shoulder a little squeeze, like, oh, that's a good idea. That's like, she doesn't say this, but you two, you're quite newly married. Only a few weeks at this point, but you've known Lillian. Well, it feels like you've known her forever in your heart, but you've also known her a long time in general. And you know that squeeze is saying, that's a good idea. That's a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
And she like squeezes your shoulder, and then like her hand kind of lingers as she steps away, and says, "Aye, Pluto's right. Why didn't you come sit down, and we'll make you. We were making some stew, weren't we?"
Aye.
Well, I say we. It was more him than me. Between you and me, my cooking's not too good.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay because he's making it, so it'll be fine. Don't worry.
He winks at Lillian.
To be clear, I am not delirious with hunger. Like, just to be clear.
Are you?
Of course, that
No.
that was my mistake.
Do you mind if
Never
I
should have listened.
just? And she like reaches out as if to like place her hand on like your forehead, you know, like the back of the hand.
They
like,
dodge
check.
it.
Oh no, sorry. I just wanted to see if you had a temperature. That was all.
Fine. I just came here and was given. I'm here. I need to talk to him.
Well, okay. How about you talk to him while we serve you up some dinner?
Sure,
Great.
I
lovely.
guess.
So what's your name?
Nalani.
It's nice to meet you, Nalani. I'm Lillian, and this is my husband, Pluto.
Nice to meet you.
And how is it you know Pluto then?
Yeah, he comes back over to the table with like bowls and shit.
I heard about him.
He does not look happy.
Yeah, Lillian's face kind of drops at that and is like, well, whatever you've heard, you should know that people around here are quick to run their mouths, and you don't want to be believing it.
I'm sorry. So he can't help me?
He like puts a hand on like the small of Lillian's back and is like, "All right, I'll take care of this." Like he rubs it a little bit. Like, don't easy, don't worry.
Don't go off on this child.
And he sits down next to them. I think before he leans over to Lillian and like whispers in her ear in Primordial, it could be like Helios could have done this. This could have been the work of Helios.
And Lillian gives you a look that's like, oh, I didn't even think of that. You're right. And she like kind of like grimaces and gives a little nod, like, okay, you take this.
So he sits down next to Nalani and puts the bowl in front of them. Like there's a napkin, he folds it over and like very nicely like assembles like the eating area. And then it's like, so what did you hear about me?
I heard that you help kids.
And they kind of make like they kind of raise their eyebrows, like kind of to themselves, like, was that the right answer?
I help one kid in particular. That's correct.
Oh. Just so like if a kid walked in here with like a broken leg, you would be like, "Oh, wow, that's sad. It's not the specific kid that I help."
He laughs a little bit. Oh no, that's something I could fix. Is your leg broken?
It's that's a complicated question. It's a little rusty, but it's not broken.
He like looks around the table like at your like trying to like see like subtly, not like he's not gawking or anything. He's just trying to see like, oh, is it rusted? Could I help that?
To be clear, Nalani has not even touched anything put in front of them, because in their mind they're like, if you eat the dream food, you become part of the dream. That's
Like Fey
Nalani's
logic.
logic right now.
It's literally just Fey logic.
Literally, that's what they're thinking right now. So they're like, they keep like glancing down at it like, I should be polite, but it's a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Cutting the brakes.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you cut out there. That was.
No. I did not come prepared to this session with grounding. Grounding techniques for bringing someone back to reality.
Like I think like I'm just like gonna fill in the space so you can think about something. Pluto is like holding Lillian's hand and his thumb is like running over the back of her hand like very softly.
And she is like, she gives your hand a little squeeze back every now and again. And she's watching Nalani like confused more than anything. Like, obviously, it's not unwelcoming in any way, but very visibly perplexed at whatever is going on here. You know, it's a small community. It's not every day you find someone you don't know turning up at your door, and especially not a lone child turning up at the door. Hallie, roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Where did dice rolls go? I found it. That's not.
Okay.
It's a 6.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, everything is, that's fine. So, yeah, she's just kind of watching you and then, like, glancing back to Pluto, like, and then back to you and is like, is your friend with you?
No, not anymore. Kind of just showed me the way and then, that was it.
Well, he's not a very good friend leaving you like that.
No, he's a good friend. He's eccentric.
Right?
His eyebrows raise when Nalani says he, because he was fully in his mind was like, oh, the friend is Helios. But then, like, once Nalani says he, Pluto is like, he. What would your friend look like, if you don't mind me asking?
Kind of like Jonah Hill.
From Money?
From Moneyball. Yeah. I'm sure you
From
could
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill from Moneyball.
Oh, that's a banger of a play, but I mean,
I didn't play.
He's greener
I'm
than
so
that.
sorry. I've been really quiet at this, Jacob, but this is gonna make me fucking lose it.
We couldn't see that play. It was off the
Yeah, no, they don't.
shores of Brace Hill.
Yeah.
They didn't come here.
Oh,
It's hard to get
well.
people to tour this far north.
Aye.
But we heard good things, yeah.
Good reviews.
Out of character question.
Yeah.
Does Nalani know that Lillian is, like, in current reality, is dead?
I think Pluto has said that he is a widower in front of the party because he said it to Roderick. Like he said, I'm married. Like,
Okay.
me too.
Yeah,
I'm
that was like
pretty
the
sure that
first
was-
interaction that they had. It was like, I'm married, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yes. So
I think a ring around your neck instead of your hand is like, oh, okay, that's like the symbol for like a widower.
Honey's 8.
That is true.
Yeah, that's pretty on par.
So I think as the two of them are talking about Jonah Hill from Moneyball, I think Nalani reaches over. Well, no, they don't reach over. They just like focus their eyes very intensely on Pluto, like lock eyes with him, and they just go,
When did she die?
Colors drains on his face. Who?
Your wife?
He squeezes Lillian's hand very, like, harder.
and Lillian squeezes it back, and she's like, "That's quite the question."
No, my wife is right here.
Sense like I know she's. You don't remember?
I'm sorry, but this is inappropriate. My husband and I were married weeks ago. This isn't. Did someone in the
Pluto.
village? Did someone in the village put you up to this?
I don't know. I've never been to this village. Pluto, when did you lose your arm?
And he like looks at his arm and like his right arm and like opens and closes his fist and is like, I never. Listen, I don't know who set you up to this. Whose sick idea of revenge this is.
Did he look at the correct arm that goes missing?
Yes.
Okay. As you were saying.
I don't know who put you up to this. Who is a sick game? This is Helios's attack. 2 weeks ago was not my fault.
It's
Okay.
not. I don't know anything about that. I wasn't here. I wasn't put up to any of this by anyone. I've never been to this village.
And
I've never met your wife because she's dead. Because this is not real.
Pluto, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh God.
That would be a 26.
Yes. You're in your house and you're with your wife and you remember getting married. You remember coming home. You remember all of that. And then suddenly you remember being in the sea and shouting her name, and you remember pain and giving up your arm. But no, that's nightmares. That's just fear. You're in your house and you're with your wife and she's here. But is she here?
But my right arm has the pins and needles feeling to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He keeps like clenching, unclenching his fist, and I think like wraps Lillian's hand like around his neck and leans his cheek into her palm. No, I don't want to be without her.
And you're not going to
No.
be without me. And she, like, kisses your forehead. And then looks at you, Nalani. And roll me a perception check.
Okay. As I just out of character for a sec, do I have like my things on me, or this Nalani past Nalani?
No, you have your things on you.
Okay, so I am as Nalani in the present.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay. Just checking. 20.
Okay.
Oh.
As Lillian looks at you over Pluto's head, you see just for a second her features distort and become skeletal.
Mm. I think Nalani just fucking like screams.
Alright, I think that's enough. I think you need to go now, dear. I think you've been here and you've seen Pluto, and that's more than enough.
No, he
And-
still has to help me. Wait. I have to show you something.
No, I think you need to go, Pluto. I think
I have to show Pluto
no,
something.
Pluto.
He
and
puts his hand
as
up.
as they're like they like stand up, but they're like they have their hands up in like surrender, and then they like reach with one hand like into their little pocket and they pull out the sand globe.
Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh god!
Pluto
That'll
stops.
that'll do it.
Where did you
Pluto,
get that?
yeah.
Wait, what did he say?
Where did you get that?
You made it for me. Don't you remember?
The drop of Minso's blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Pluto, what is
He
this?
stands up.
Pluto, what are you doing? Pluto, darling, what are you doing? Sweetheart, come here. And she's like grabbing at you now and trying to pull you back towards her.
He takes her face and he kisses her so gently and so passionately, and then he pulls back and like he cups her face with both of his hands. I made a promise to this child.
You made a promise to me on our wedding day.
And I hope keep that every day of my life. I never stop loving you.
So
Never.
what are you doing? Pluto, if you go now, I'll never forgive you.
I have to protect this child, Lily. I have to.
So some stranger is more important than me, your own wife.
And he takes a step back, like pulls, like his fingertips trail her face and is like, my Lily would always want me to protect the child.
And you both see it then. The rot in the corners. The rot seeping up from between the floorboards. The food in the bowl is spoiled.
I knew not to eat it.
And Lillian is a skeleton.
Nalani reaches for Pluto's hand.
Pluto takes it and squeezes.
And as you do, Pluto, it's with your water arm.
Do I feel old? like my bones ache.
Does your lower back
you-
start hurting?
Yeah, that arthritis is kicking in.
Yeah, my knees ache.
Yeah, you're like, woof. You do feel an ache in you. That old sadness that has always been there, that seems to always be with the Winslows. It rises up in you now. As you register this for what it was. A trick. A sweet trick, but a trick all the same. And on shambling skeletal feet, your wife takes a step towards you. And as she reaches for you, you watch as her hand turns from flesh to bone to dust. And she fades away. And as does the mist. And you are out in the corridor with Nalani. Celeste is not there, but you can see a door ahead of you. And Nalani, you hear a voice echo through your head. Good job. Who's it gonna be next?
He kneels down. Nalani, what's going on? What was that?
It was a dream. We did cover that. We currently, in real life, not
Is
life.
this real life now?
This is not. This is, well, this is like,
In between.
Celeste is, stuff. But in real life, real physical life that exists for real, we're in my parents' house, asleep, or you're asleep. I know that for sure. And we have to go rescue everyone from dreams like that. So we have to choose who to get next.
Okay. I understand now.
But you'll be able to help me?
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So who do you think you can absolutely convince? Or I could. Or both combined.
Oh, you know who Pluto says next.
Say the line, Bucky.
Say the
Oh.
Say the fucking line, Buchanan.
He looked at Lonnie and is like, Roderick.
Okay. I knew you'd say that. I called it
Am I
to
that
myself.
predictable?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
But okay, we should have a game plan. Because we don't know where we're going. We don't know what's going to be going on. I've just appeared in this house.
I think I have an idea.
I also have an idea.
I could not read that for a hot minute, Chuck. I was like,
Me and Vercingetorix shaking hands on being hysterical right now.
I was gonna say, we pull the I'm just a little kid angle, like I did to you. I'm sorry for manipulating you, by the way. It had to be done.
It had to be done.
It had to be done.
Would not have listened to you otherwise.
I know. Also,
Good
they
game
kind
plan.
of like turn away and they're like,
Celeste, I am so sorry that we're talking for so long. I understand that you did already ask me a question, and I'm making you wait, and I completely understand how frustrating this could be.
I'm glad you appreciate it, but I'd really like.
Oh, I just don't want to go rush,
Understand that, but think the time for rushing is well and truly on. So go.
I know.
Go and get big
but it could be
rodders.
bad. It could be bad.
I'm gonna push you through that door in a second if both of you just don't go.
Don't push me through a door.
I'm not gonna push you through the door.
Pluto looked like. Wait, is this happening in their mind?
yeah,
Is Nalani speaking out louder in their head?
Nalani's speaking out loud.
Yeah, Pluto puts his arm kind of in front of Nalani when Nalani says, "Don't push me," and then he looks up at the air like, "Try it, punk." Fucking try it.
Okay. We're rushing.
Rushing, aye.
Okay. Are we gonna? I think I should lead just because. Look at me.
You are adorable.
I know.
Right, let's get this roaster cooking.
It's Roderick.
Roger, yeah, aye.
And the door opens. And you step through. And hold on, I just need to loop this 1,000 times. There we go. Okay. You step through the door and walk through the mist. And as you stagger through it and out of, you step off of a path in the forest. This part of the world you recognize. Nalani more than Pluto, since Pluto didn't get much time to see it before he got dumped in a cannibal's basement.
Happens to everyone.
What can you do?
What can you do?
But you
It's
are
basically on the Google Maps. listing. Like at this point, you'll get dumped in a cannibal basement.
But you are in the swamp. You smell the water, hear the hum of insects through the trees, smell the murk and the wet of it. And then you hear the crackle of a fire. You hear low voices. One you almost recognize. And through the trees you wind until you find yourself in a clearing, where you see Roderick. Like Pluto, he's younger, but the real obvious change is that he's not wearing a mask. For the first time, you see Roderick's face completely unobscured. His pale skin, his dark eyes, the curve of his mouth. Beside him is a human man with dark blonde hair and a thick beard. They're sat around a campfire, roasting a spit of meat. And in fact, I'll show you what this other man, in fact, looks like. Looks like this.
Oh my god.
Shut up!
Shut the fuck up. No fucking
I'm gonna fall out of my goddamn chair.
Oh my god.
Literally, I am never going to financially recover from this.
You think you're...
Wait, I'm really slow to the punch. Is that Roderick's husband?
That's Roderick's
Yes! We won!
Look at him
I'm
with his American little
sweating.
kitty.
My eyes!
God, Roderick fucking won.
He won.
He took a major L if you think about it.
Wait, hold on. I have a meme. It's going in the Discord.
Oh my god. I think now, not to ruin like the somber mood, but I think Pluto is like, oh, how the hell am I gonna compete with that?
Understandable.
Yeah!
Subconsciously, like he doesn't think it, but there's a part of him that looks at Roger's husband and is like, huh.
Life is strange, butterfly. That is lesbians for
God.
Roderick Nation right now.
Literally. I feel like
We
I'm
need to get
going
matching
insane.
jackets or I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Holy shit! I'm sweating.
My heart rate is up.
Literally.
Pluto stops walking when he sees Roderick's face, and his mouth is kind of open a little bit, and his eyes are a little bit wider.
Gay panic.
Little bit,
Nolani?
yeah.
Nolani stops. I assumed they were holding his head.
Oh, yeah.
They stop and kind of look up to him when he stops, and they kind of like, they just kind of like shake their head to themselves and let go of his hand and just keep walking.
Oh, when Nolani lets go, then he like smacks, like not literally smacks his face, but like metaphorically smacks his own face, and it's like, oh, just to get it the fuck together.
Yeah. And as you guys kind of step towards them, Vari, who was, you two were roasting this, sorting dinner out together, obviously notices suddenly these two strangers that have lumbered into the clearing, and initially kind of like goes to reach for his weapon, and then sees that, oh, it's a kid and their father, ? And kind of like glances at you and then back at them and is like, oh, hey, are you guys okay?
Yes.
Pluto panics and says yes in primordial.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey, do you speak that one?
I don't even know what language that was.
I don't.
Alright, and then says back to you in like, it's Elvish, but it's Elvish if you took it in high school for a few years and then didn't speak it for like 10 years after that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, can you understand this?
Pluto shakes its head.
You speak common. Do it.
I do. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. So you speak common then.
I
He
And
gets nervous.
Barry kind of like side eyes like at you, Roderick. Like, is this guy okay?
Are you okay?
Is
You
he saying to
two?
Pluto?
To both of you.
Oh.
Oh, we've just been out here for a while. I mean, we haven't seen anyone.
in
Like
so
for
long.
yeah, that's why he's nervous. I don't get nervous. I'm cool.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. You're you're in the middle of the woods.
Mm-hmm. We sure are. For real in real
Hor-
life.
horribly lost.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Horribly, I think is the right word.
well, I mean, here, come and sit down around the fire. We've got plenty to share, haven't we?
Yeah, please,
Perfect.
take a seat.
Do you guys have any like bedrolls or anything with you, or you just?
Why am I bleeding?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
No.
It's not real.
Not real. Fake blood.
Fake blood.
No, we don't have bed rolls. They were lost.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Vary kind of like turns to like look back at like your supplies, and as he does, he kind of like puts a hand up to like lean on your shoulder, Roderick, for support as he's like leaning over the back of like the log that you're sat on. And then is like, I think maybe we could. I mean, if we like double up on ours, like if we fold, like
They could use mine. I mean that'd fit 2 people easily.
or I mean, the little one's only small, so maybe if we keep yours for just us two, and then give them the other one.
That works.
That might
That
be.
works.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we can give you a bedroll. Here, you guys should stay with us, tonight. Safety and numbers and all that. If you're not in a. Where are you guys heading to?
Yeah, you're kind of just wandering around the swamp.
Yeah. We're just trying to get out of the swamp.
Out of here. In
Yeah,
particular.
here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, maybe not the best place for for those of you not accustomed to it, at least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
If you see any shiny lights in the water, don't. It's not. Don't follow it.
noted. It's Jaren here.
Yeah. Where are you? You must be a long way from home.
Ever hear of Brazil?
Yeah.
Heard of it?
It's
That.
north.
Yeah, that's far away. And Vary kind of like shoots another like concerned look at you, Roderick, as if to be like, these guys are far away to be lost in the woods. Like,
I have a feeling you didn't just take a wrong left or something.
There's a lot of lefts, and they
Oh.
couldn't make a right.
That's fair. They don't usually.
Yeah, I'm not good at geometry.
Neither am I, frankly.
it's never mind. Here, you guys come sit down. We'll get you something to eat. Where are you trying to get to? I guess are you trying to get back to Brace Hill or away from Brace Hill?
Somewhere safer than here.
Out here. That's the goal for now.
Fair. Do you mean out of here just as in the swamp or I'm not sure. I mean it's really just luck. You guys found us. We're kind of just in the middle of nowhere. I mean, our village is what? How long have we? 2, maybe 3 days we've been walking. Like
Yeah.
it's a ways away. But you're just looking somewhere safe to go. I mean, we can make some more bedrolls. It won't be great. Our place isn't huge. I mean, but it's better than sleeping in the muck, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used the
I-
rock as a pillow.
Oh, that's. Well, I mean, I think we can do better than rocks, so that's.
I think so.
It's
um,
literally like you can't go anything but up from there. It's literally rock bottom.
and that tickles him. You can see that really tickles Larry. And then he's like, sorry, I realize we haven't got your names. Who are you guys?
I'm Milani.
Nalani, lovely to meet you. I'm very It's very Mathras, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my friend's name is her surname is Matthias. I always want to say it very Matthias for some reason.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm very Mathras. This big guy is my husband, Roderick.
Hi. Nice to
and,
meet you, Milani.
Is this your dad?
Sure. We
Eh.
could say that.
You could say.
Do we look alike to you? Like,
Pluto makes like the grimacing emoji.
No, you don't look alike, but you don't have to look alike to be.
I know. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
I think we're just a little confused as to why you two particularly are walking around together.
Yeah, because I mean, if he's not your father, one might ask where your parents are and why you're with a strange man in the woods instead.
He's not that strange.
I'm their guardian.
Yeah.
They're my ward. I'm sorry, I didn't say my name. I'm Pluto Winslow. I'm
Pluto.
from Brace Hill, and I'm a healer in Brace Hill.
A healer. And Roderick kind of gives Vari like a slap on the back. Well, that makes 2 of you.
Pluto's ears sink.
Oh no.
He looks kind of mortified.
Vari laughs a little and it's like, guilty as charged. I'm afraid we are cut from the same cloth, I suppose.
Oh, I suppose
Yeah,
that is well.
have to work hard to keep this guy from. Well, he's a fan of rushing into things, you know.
Oh,
I try
Right.
not to. I mean,
Oh, you
sometimes-
try.
try is the operative word. Yes.
Yeah. So when there was that boar, which yes, now is our lovely dinner, but really was really gearing for a fight and had some pretty nasty tusks it could have put through you. You really tried to avoid that.
I'm bigger than the boar. I've done this before. It's fine.
And then he looks to you two and puts his hand up and does in a stage whisper. It wasn't fine.
Okay.
I can imagine.
Context clues.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. Here, let's get you something to eat and some water. You guys must be. When was the last time you had anything?
Please tell me you didn't drink any standing water in the swamp.
Oh yeah, that's a
What?
no.
No, and then he raises his arm up. I'm a cleric. I can cast create water. Also water genasi.
Oh,
we're fine. We're fine.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
We ate already.
I'm
Jeez,
so full.
These guys take care of themselves pretty well for being new to the swamp. I
I don't
mean,
know. I mean, I do better than I think I would have done.
yeah. How long did it take me to probably be, as efficient as I am now? Hey, good job. I mean, you guys are making it. If you want to stick around, you're already gearing to fit in.
Fit in. I, and he like turns to Nalani like, what do we do now?
Nalani puts a hand up.
Yeah?
No, like to like calm down, Pluto. Like
Oh,
Oh,
I
sorry.
got
I thought
this.
you meant like raise your hand like in class, like, hello.
Kidding, Jasper, I see.
Nalani has done it before, so
Yeah.
but they kind of like wave him away. Like I conned you pretty well. Um, and I think Nalani looks over to Roderick and is like kind of tilts their head and is like,
It's really, if this was a better circumstance, I would say it's good, but it's not. But it's interesting, because, we've never gotten to see your face before.
uh, it's out right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, because normally you wear the mask, because the choke cherry.
Right, there are parts of the swamp where you should be wearing a mask. It's a little. How?
Like, you wear
how-
it all the time.
In those parts of the swamp, sure. But
Like, all the time.
you
You wouldn't know.
I we've been out here for we've been doing this for months now together. I think he would know.
I
Maybe then, but not now.
what now that you two have known him 5 minutes and not seen him?
Oh,
I'm confused.
Roderick. Like, remember, it's been months. Like, we've known each other for months, and we haven't even like you've always worn the mask.
Roll me a wisdom
You
save,
know.
Roderick.
Okay, will do. My best save. As I do backwards.
oh
Wait,
yeah,
Wait, no,
that
that is right. Come on,
It's
on,
just
Avray.
Averay's taking his time.
Averay's taking
that's-
sweet time.
yeah, literally.
Um,
What?
Just to fill up
I'm
space.
just gonna do it again and see.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Fuck it, it's.
You might have
literally
to type
said
out
no.
wisdom.
Yeah,
That's
like I know it usually
weird.
does let you, but maybe Favray's having a moment.
No.
Damn, Avery said.
It is
Avray?
online
Roderick.
too.
Hold on, let me
Avery
say...
doesn't want to get rid of Vari.
Roderick's brain said, "Fuck you."
Avery said, "Fuck it."
God damn.
Oh
Every-
no.
Every fucking.
All right, well, we
passed
do it the
away.
old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I mean, feel free
Yeah.
to do it on your D&D Beyond sheet, or do it with the...
Honor
We-
system.
We
Yeah.
could.
Honor system.
Hey,
Oh,
Catherine,
Avery just
bring
went
it
online,
back.
offline.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. I'm sure they'll be back.
Oh, it'll,
Yeah.
whatever.
Avery had to take a pee break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bio. Okay. Rolling my whiz save. Wow, who'da thunk it with this -1? That is a
Mhm.
6.
Yeah, no, these people are just... You have no idea what this kid's going on about.
Are you sure you guys aren't sick? Or anything? You're talking kind of. I'm not trying to be rude. You're being. I don't understand.
I
This is
know.
the first time I've ever seen your face.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
But
you
that
guys are saying that.
yeah, that tends to be how first meetings go.
Have you guys been like following us or something?
Well, in real life, yeah. Well,
In
carrying me a little bit.
what do you...
There was. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sense of it. about what was it? The start of today, wasn't it? There's a patch of chokecherry, and we put on our masks to go past that. Did you
Yeah.
maybe see us then and try and avoid it, and we just kind of met back up?
What I'm saying is that it's not like a sometimes thing. Like in real life, you have to wear it all the time.
um
You're not.
and and Roderick just kind of like shuffles like uncomfortably, like he's just not following, right? Um, and as he shuffles, his sword was just kind of like in its sheath, like pressed up like against the log they're kind of sitting on. He knocks it over. He kind of bends over and he picks it up and just kind of props it back up again and looks back at you guys and uh, maybe we're getting lost in translation or something. Maybe we just get a good night's sleep or something.
You're already sleeping.
You guys haven't eaten any. When you two said that you've eaten, what? You didn't eat any plants, did you?
Oh,
A particular fungi or anything?
nothing like that.
Airfray's back online.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was giving it a try, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Ah!
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, is it?
They're
Are we about to
back.
spam the chat with all
Nah.
this stuff?
Um,
Oh,
I
Mamma
I think
Mia,
it'll just
here I
go from
go
the shots.
again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna type Nalani just to sure they're in there. Yeah. Okay. Now it's working.
Who knows, Avery? Just having a pee break.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did it.
Look, you guys. I think maybe you should just get some rest. You stay here with us,
Okay,
and
we will.
we'll see if things are clearer in the morning. How about that?
I don't think you can sleep in a dream. Hey, Pluto, can you help me out? I don't think they're believing me because they're like ageist or something.
Pluto stands up and kneels before Roderick. You made a promise to me that you would help Nalani by protecting me, and I made a promise to you that I would defend and follow you into battle wherever you went. Please remember.
that's got to be a wisdom save.
Yes,
That's
yes.
heavy.
Oh
Seven.
my
Motherfucker!
god! Roderick,
Okay,
you
that's
dumb
no.
bitch!
But as I said, I'm happy to discard rolls if Chris, you think that is something that would come happen.
I think
Yeah.
maybe not knock it out. We'll take it with the
Yeah.
wisdom save being lower, right?
Yeah.
Roderick's not like back to his senses.
There's a niggling feeling that
Yeah,
suddenly
exactly.
this isn't as strange as it first seems.
And so Pluto, you say that, and Roderick at first looks like he's going to disagree, and then he like pauses, like his voice catches in his throat for a second, and he wiggles his finger at Pluto, and like with his one hand, and with his other hand, he's kind of like tapping Vari on the shoulder. He's like, no, I kind of remember that.
Roderick,
Maybe,
sorry, you finish, Chris.
no, for sure. Maybe. Oh, jeez, it's so it's so foggy trying to remember.
Pluto looks up at you, pleading. And I'll follow you into battle wherever you go because I am your healer.
That's another wisdom save.
Yes, that is indeed.
Oh my god, a 5?
Yeah.
Dumb bitch!
Again, that
I am going to say that should
Yeah.
knock things more loose,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my god.
like still not completely back, but you remember being here and you remember being with Vari, and you remember all the nights that you've spent out here together. You remember that slow fall from partners to something else, to something that you cherished, to something that was taken, and when it was taken, you were angry, so very angry, all hurting, and you can't quite think, but there's something about gold on your hands and on your sword. There's something familiar here. Something
Right.
familiar about him. About them.
So point of order, just to make sure
Mhm,
have it
yes.
in my head in the timeline. Is this still just partnership with Vari at this point, or are they married?
I had it as they were married at this point.
Good. That's what I figured, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I was on the same page.
Yeah.
And as all of this is kind of coming to Roderick, like he still has like the one hand on Vari's shoulder and kind of like grips a little bit, right? And he like looks at his hands, and he like looks at his sword, and he goes, I think I had a dream about you, Pluto. That we were supposed to go somewhere, and with Nalani, right? Where were we going?
We were going to Burris Hill, my home, because they were not safe.
Brace Hill.
We were in Scribes Town, and we fought Minso, and you attacked and finally killed Zhulong, and I tried to help. Nalani pulled me back.
All right, that's another big
Yeah.
one.
Oh!
Okay, what's the gutter?
Yep. It's all clicking into place now, Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
And as you realize that, yeah, you were going to Brace Hill and you were running through the woods, but not these woods. And Nalani, you were carrying Nalani, and there was a bell, and oh, Vari can't be here. Vari hasn't been here for a long time.
And Roderick turns and looks at Vari, and he goes, "Hey, I think you should go, Vari."
Excuse me? What?
I think you're just in my head.
No, What's gotten into you? Do you know this guy? Is he... I mean, if I'd known when we got married you were gonna dump me for the next guy that quite literally came along, I think I would have written something into the vows about that. What are you
No,
talking
Pluto's shoulders sink.
No, Vari, I'm not. I'm not dumping you. That's not at all.
Then why?
This is.
We have to stay together. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna leave you.
Yeah. I think you did already.
I wouldn't do that.
I know you wouldn't. You wouldn't. But.
So stop saying it, Roderick. I love you. I wouldn't go anywhere.
And same. I love you too. And Roderick kind of like stands up, right? And like gathers his things and like puts his sword on his belt and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Vari, just come here for a second," and like holds his arms out like for an embrace.
And he does, but he takes your face in his hands and he's like, "What are you talking about? You can't go. You can't leave. No, we have to stay together.
I really want to, but I can you do me one more thing, Vari?
I-
Just before I go, can you just give me one more kiss?
Bro.
Oh
And
God.
he is like staring at you like, what? But he does. And he raises up and he kisses you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And it is comforting. And it is absolutely a memory.
It absolutely is, but Roderick lingers in it for a little bit,
Yeah.
and
Oh no, sorry, you go.
I was going to say, I think as it's all coming back, Roderick starts to feel the scarring in his voice, in his throat, and the burning in his lungs, and the ever creeping tick of his ultimate fate
Yeah.
start to come back, and he pulls away from Vari and coughs a little. I didn't get to do that last time. You were too sick last time I saw you.
God.
And Varys still has his hands on your face. But as he looks up to you, and as you cough, and as it all comes back, you feel those fingers start to change.
Oh
Start to
no.
turn to pale, brittle twigs. And you watch as it spreads down his arms, and up along his chest, and up along his throat. And you watch as leaves, bright and blooming, spread from his mouth. And slowly, but much more quickly than it happened in reality,
Mhm.
you see as your husband becomes a tree, sprouting from the earth, where you know in truth his body is buried. And with that, you guys are back in the corridor.
Okay. I know that was crazy.
Oh, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Take a breath. And then he like winces. He fucking winces.
When we're back in the hallway, does Roderick have his mask on? I'm
Yes.
assuming it's
Yes,
how
you're
he
all-
looked. Yeah, back
yeah.
from the.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Roderick like feels for it just to make sure, okay, no, it's there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, anyways.
Nalani,
Huh?
is it your parents who did this?
Well, yeah.
You're not in good standing with them, are you?
No. No.
And Roderick kind of like squats down, gets to Nalani's level. I don't have a better way of putting this. I'm gonna kill them for what they did to me.
That's
For
completely
what they
understandable.
for making me think I had just a bit more time with Vari. No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Good.
Honest, I understand. Also, I do want to warn you, everybody in a position like that right now. So you might have to like race to get to my parents. So just be ready. Like when we wake up, just be ready to run.
And Roderick stands up and hand on his sword and he goes, "Oh, I'm ready."
So you step through the mist.
Uh-huh.
And as the mist clears, at first, you cannot see anything. You are in darkness. You feel soil beneath your feet. Wet soil. You smell blood, thick and heavy on the air. And as your eyes struggle to adjust, you realize that you are in a cellar. And you see June. A younger June. A teenage June. Scars, fresh. Her wrists and ankles shackled to the wall. You see her shifting partway to wolf and back again as she strains against the chains. And June, you have been down here in the dark for so long that you think you have forgotten what the light looks like. All you know now is pain and blood. You are a monster, and this is where monsters go to die. And so when you see the people, you do not register them as people, only as pain. And when you do finally register them for what they are, you can barely believe they're real.
Stay away from me. Please.
Pluto slowly takes a step forward.
No, please, I haven't done anything. Please, no more.
No, I know. I won't hurt you.
Who are you?
My name is Pluto Winslow.
Did he send you?
No,
Did he send
Nobody
you to
sent us.
finish me off?
no. He holds his hands up. And is June still shifting?
Like, right now she's human enough to speak, but there's just parts of her arms and wherever the moonlight hits from above the cellar, it's her body is trying to twist and contort so it can shift. There's just not enough, so it's just torture. She can't go back all the way because there's nothing for her. It's just pain and suffering. She can
Gotcha.
talk. She's human, but human in quotes.
Mhm.
Human in a loose sense.
Exactly. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, Pluto steps forward. Takes another step forward. I won't hurt you, I promise. You have my word.
He said that too. He said that too, and then they strung me up in here. And then she looks at Roderick, and does Roderick have his sword?
On him, yes.
The second she sees his sword, she starts screaming and trying to get it flat herself up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Get him away! Get him away! No!
Roderick will
Come
take
near you.
a few big steps back, and very slowly he's gonna take the sword in the sheath off his belt and hold it out and set it on the ground and move away from it.
Ow, shit. Sorry, hold on. My fucking finger. Fuck. Ow. Stay there.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt you. Please stay there.
I assure you, we will be fine. You'll be fine too.
Who are you?
My name's Roderick. We're your friends, okay?
She laughs. It sounds hurt it hurts her to do so, physically. But it's a hacking. I can't replicate it, otherwise I will go into a fit. But
Yeah.
almost she's choking on something in her throat.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest.
I'm being completely honest. That's the truth.
My friends are dead. Or gone. They left.
And we're new friends. We all came
And
together.
she looks at Milani. Sorry, what, Chris?
Oh, that was it. Just we all came together around you.
Why is that child here?
Nalani is backed up to the farthest wall they can be from her. To be clear.
That's fair. And Roger kind of gestures at Nalani and goes, Nalani is your friend too. But we just want to make sure you're okay.
can't move. It hurts
I know.
so bad. I
I
can't.
know.
I can't. If I leave, they'll kill me.
No one will
We
hurt
won't
you.
let that happen.
Exactly.
No. No, they
June,
will.
I can help. I can make the hurt stop. But you have to trust me. And I know that's hard. I know you can't do that right now, but please try your best.
What are you going to
Trust
do
me.
to me?
I'm a cleric. I heal. I'm a caretaker.
I was a cleric too.
Yeah,
A mighty fine one.
Like she softens up for a second. Like she's still definitely crying.
Hmm.
I'm fine, by the way. I just get too into character.
Oh, that's
that's very good.
fine. Yeah, I'm buying the fuck out of it.
So she stops she can't stop shaking, but she stops pushing herself up against the wall, and she very slowly kind of puts her face forward.
Pluto gestures for Roderick to stand in front of the window and block the moonlight.
Yeah, and Roderick will body shield the window.
And then he reaches out and caresses June's face very gently, and casts Remove Curse.
Ooh.
So at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end.
And June, the beast is a part of you that nothing can take away. But at this touch, you feel it recede. You feel that agony that it was twisting your body with sink back down. And you're able to shift back to human fully. And you can breathe just a little again.
Human June, very important note, at this point is extremely frail.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is nothing like the June you have ever seen, where she's big and strong and powerful. This is scared 17-year-old starving
Gotcha.
kid.
Mhm.
How did you do that?
I'm a caretaker.
Damn good. What?
I have a spell, magic, that makes it easier for you.
What was your name?
Pluto Winslow.
Can I have to roll wisdom save?
Yeah.
Sweet. Ah, shit. The sucky part about getting in character is my voice just sounds stubby now. So wait, I'm very smart. Hold on.
It's okay. I did the right one the other time. I'm I fucked it.
For the recording, I got a 15.
Yes. So June, not everything comes back to you, but you do get a moment of clarity where not so much clarity, more of remembrance. Looking into Pluto's face like this, you know him. You know all of these people, and you can't perhaps say why exactly, but you do, and you know that they are, you feel a certainty in that knowing that they are not going to hurt you.
Can you get me out?
Yes, we can. And it's important that we get you out. You found your mother and your sister. You need to be there to protect them.
Ooh,
Roll a
that's
wisdom
a wisdom save.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
That'll do it.
Oh!
Oh,
Dirty 20.
little 20.
It clicks into place. It's helped by the fact that these people have come here and done nothing but help. And it clicks in your head now why. Because you've traveled with these people for a long time. Because you were in the trials together. Because you're friends? Maybe not friends. You're not sure if you know what to call them. Your father said they were your friends, but how much do you trust what he says? But in your heart in this moment, you know them. And you feel safe.
God.
And in the knowing, it clicks in your head. For you to be in the trials, you have to be out of this basement. For you to be out of this basement, you have to be out of these chains. And if that's all true, which it is, you can feel that that is all true, then you're not the scared little girl hanging in pain anymore. You know who you are. And it's not always pleasant, it's not always good. But it is not this. It will never be this again.
Oh, God.
And... Oh, sorry, you go?
No, you finish your narration.
No, you go. No, you go.
Jude, okay, dude, that's great. Jude, like, once it starts to click for her that, like, there's a way out and that, like, these people are her friends,
Yeah.
she, like, makes eye contact with Milani.
Mm-hmm.
They did this to all of us?
Wait, what?
Why
June
are
looked at Nalani and said they did this to all of us, as in like in the dream.
Oh.
Or less like they did this to all of us, like she's aware that they're all dreaming because she doesn't know that. She's more like they've hurt all of us. Someone is hurting us.
Gotcha.
Nalani just nods.
Somebody get these chains off.
Absolutely. And Roderick's gonna look and see if there's an easy way to get the chains off. If not, Roderick's gonna try and pull them off.
There's definitely no, like, key or anything that you can see.
Right.
But roll me a strength check, I think.
Oh, that's weak.
You're able to get one off with that, I will say. And it
Okay,
takes some
sounds good.
doing. But you're welcome to try again.
Yeah, I think Pluto looks at June and is like, we're gonna get the chains off, okay?
Just get them off before it comes back, please.
We will. And then he's gonna, let's go, bear buff dads.
Buff dad check.
Buff dad check.
There we go.
There's the one.
With a 19.
Pluto,
Yep.
you kind of like brace yourself and then like reach up and seize the chain in both hands and yank it free. And with that, June, you're able to. In fact, I'll say with a 19, you're able to get them all off.
Jude like falls. It hurts.
Pluto is immediately like at her side, like trying to help her up. It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
Please. Just get me out.
And June, as you say that, as you express your want to leave, as you express your belief that these people can get you out of here, it all finally clicks into place. The last thread. And as it does, you see the chains that are still hanging around your wrists, though no longer attached to the wall. Just for a moment, those chains burn one last time. And then they turn to rock, and they crumble, and they shatter from your wrists, and fall to the floor. And you guys are back in the corridor.
All right.
Well, that went okay.
June backs up from Nalani the second they start talking.
Like, oh shit, or like,
Like an oh shit, and also like oh fuck. Sorry, fuck. Oh my god, shit. Oh,
That's a lot of bad words for no reason.
I'm so sorry. Horrible influence, I know.
Yeah, you really
Yeah,
are.
I'm ready in a
You
second. I'll be right
people
there.
in front of me all the time. Oh,
I was morally just concerned because I didn't want you to see that. I'm sorry.
to be honest, I have seen worse.
Doesn't mean I want you to keep seeing it.
I know.
And then she like looks at Roderick specifically.
Roderick is BRB.
Oh, Roderick is BRB, and she just like YouTube kook style cracks her neck towards Pluto. No, that's horrible. She looks at Pluto. Can we talk later? But first of all, where are we? And what's going on? I don't know this place, and admittedly, it's going to give me a time.
Okay.
Also, I have to pack to get ready while we're talking, so.
Okay. Nalani's got this. Unless, I mean, Pluto, you like.
I got
You
like
don't
beat with
know.
clubs, and like. Last thing I remember is I was holding Vercingetorix, and
Yeah.
I had an arrow through my leg, and then.
Okay. That's still real. I mean, that's not reassuring at all.
No, that's horrifying.
That is still real, though. This is not real. Well, it's real in a sense. It's a dream. But, we're in my parents' house.
The fucked up
Asleep.
parents?
Ex-
What more you say?
Excuse me?
Sorry, the horrible Nazi parents?
Yeah, those ones.
I.
Oh, shit. Sorry,
They-
gosh, I'm
they
sorry,
put
I'm
us-
stressed.
It's fine.
They put us all in a dream state. I had my wife. But Nalani broke
Pluto,
me
I'm
free
so
of that.
sorry.
It was.
It
It was
wasn't real.
sad. It wasn't real, but it was sad.
There ain't a pain like it.
But Celeste is helping us.
So, the second Nalani says Celeste is helping us, June's face just visibly darkens. Oh, isn't that reassuring?
It did.
And you all
Would
hear
you rather-
echo. Oh, sorry, Hallie, you finish.
This can interrupt Nalani.
Okay. And you all hear echo through the corridor. It's a fine way to say thank you.
And
June
Nalani
doesn't
kind
say
of like.
anything. June
Nalani
just
kinda
has a
puts her
stank
hands up,
face and
like-
doesn't say nothing.
Hey guys, watch this. Hey, everybody, eyes on me. Eyes on me. Watch this. Thank you, Celeste.
Thank
Well-
you, Celeste.
June does not say thank you, Celeste. She just nods.
June, roll me a deck save.
Oh, fuck.
Probably.
Need a
That's
deck save in real life.
Oh, God.
Suddenly, like a strong gust of wind goes through this corridor and just knocks you the fuck over.
Fucking, wow, very mature.
Oh,
Think what happened.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that not having manners was more mature.
Thank you, Celeste.
You're welcome.
Hey, Celeste.
Yeah.
Just real quick, that was funny.
Yeah, no,
It was really funny. We got her.
Yeah.
Okay.
June is just
Pluto
looking at
helps
Roderick
June.
like, oh my god, I want to kill this guy.
Pluto extends a hand for June.
Okay. Serious.
Yeah.
We gotta go get Vercingetorix.
Ooh, and I'm leaving on that note. But June does go, Is she not with you? Is she still in?
No, we haven't gotten her yet.
What about Kedwin?
Nope.
Not yet.
I don't think we would be able to get him that easily without her anyway.
Yeah, Vercingetorix is the link between the two parties.
Yeah.
Well, we can't have one without the other, so let's get to it.
It's to say nothing of your beloved Sanjing.
Pluto would happily leave Sanjing there.
Okay. Okay. Someone
Wow.
Bye, guys. You guys have
jealous.
fun. I'll peep in chat when I can, if I can at the house.
You'll what? You'll pee?
Peep in. I'll
Peep
peep
us
in
room.
chat.
Pee in
Peep
chat.
this
Pee
room.
in
Pee
chat.
in chat.
Pee
Pee
in
Pee
chat.
in
God.
chat.
Pee in chat.
Pee in chat. I hate
Goodbye.
us.
Yeah, no, we're the worst.
Goodbye.
This is also now I'm recording. Goodbye. You step through the door, and for a moment there is only mist. And then slowly, it begins to clear. You smell water, but it is not the sea. But it is everywhere. In that way that it can only be when water is the world. And slowly your eyes adjust to the dark, and for a moment you wonder if you are in a cellar the same as you were with June. And then, though, you see the flickering of candles, and you realize you are in a hut. Built low, with a ceiling that you have to stoop to stand within, Roderick. And outside the windows that are only carved holes in the wooden planks, you see the world outside is black with night.
Oh, lovely.
And in the center of the room, you see Vercingetorix. But not Vercingetorix as you know her. It's not as different as everyone else, given that Verk is trapped in a state of eternal youth, or not trapped, perhaps. But as you see her here now, you see the colour in her cheeks, you see the light in her eyes, and you know that this is a Vercingetorix alive.
Mm.
She's dressed in a plain gown of white, sitting in the center of a circle. And around her, there are 10 other girls, all dressed in similar ceremonial outfits. And one of them is braiding her hair, and one of them is gently, applying a kind of naturally made rouge to her cheeks. And another one is, shining some slippers. And Vercingetorix, you are sat in the center of this, and you are nervous, but excited and alive, and you are the bride of the lake, or you will be tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, it's today now, and the preparations are almost done. You're the queen. You won. And you're going to meet her soon. And the rest of you stood in the corner. The girls haven't noticed you yet. What do you do?
We
I
should have
wa-
discussed
I was
tactics.
going to say,
We definitely should have discussed
My fir-
tactics.
I had a feeling, I was like, Rodrix is going to go up to Verk and say something. And I was like, I have a feeling that a bunch of, in ceremonial gowns, braiding hair, and the 8-foot-tall demon carrying a weapon
Yeah.
person. This may be a bad idea.
You know what? Nalani's gonna take front on this one because they're the only one that's not in armor with weapons.
That's fair. Nolani, take a point.
I think they just similar to how they kind of waited for people to notice them with Pluto and Lillian. They kind of just walk up just outside of the group.
And as you begin to walk up, Nalani, you see a few of the girls on the other side of the circle look up and see you. And then they keep looking and see the 2 armored men in the corner, one of them being an 8-foot demon. and they scream.
Oh my god, Pluto takes Roderick's hand and is like, we're out, we're leaving. We're leaving the hut.
I don't know if Roderick's gonna like hold for a second and be like, if we go outside, do we like leave? Are we not here to help?
I don't know.
You got it worse. Like just by talking.
And then he like freezes and turns back around and does like the like when you're caught on stage and you're prepared to be on stage and you're like, and then he's like grimacing and then whispers to Roderick like, what do we do?
Do I just make a move? I can just pull out the big guns right away.
Do we take our armor off?
Then you can take it.
Not naked, no. He like his cheeks are violet. No, not naked.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
At first, Generics, you were just sat in the center of what was the most happy, serene moment of your life. And now this is happening?
Yeah, Vercingetorix has not heard like people talking this much, like for as long as she can remember. So she's like holding her hands over her ears. And then like finally she's just like she opens her mouth like she's trying to find her voice, and then really softly she's like, "Why are you here? Who are you?"
Nalani puts a hand up, like puts a finger up, and then like with the same expression, like opens their mouth, puts a finger up, and with the same expression turns back to the two of them and like gives them a look like, look at me, I'm talking now, and then turns back to Vercingetorix and is like,
I'm Nalani. That's Roderick and that's Pluto.
and they kind of point at them over their head without looking, and they're like,
We're here to help you. You specifically.
Are you part of the ceremonies?
Yeah.
And one of the other girls that was near you, like, puts her hand, like, on your shoulder, and is like, they are not.
She's rude.
And she is a bride of the lake. And
Okay.
you are not of Arishkanai. You cannot be in here.
That's very rude.
And her head, like, snaps towards you, Verk. And in the moment you were all sat around in a circle, these girls all seemed so gentle and so soft and so sweet with you. There is nothing sweet about the way she looks at you now. As she says, do you know these people?
No, I don't.
You do?
You do?
Yeah.
No. No, they're lying.
Oh, you're lying.
No.
Hold on. What are you guys?
Roderick,
Fight with each other. You figure out who's gonna talk.
Roderick kind of like stage whispers to Pluto and Nalani, I've got a big one, but I'm gonna save it and see if this works first.
Okay.
And points at Vercingetorix and goes, oh, it's you.
Roll a wisdom save, Chuck.
also, I just realized something. Can I just
What, Hallie?
I just need to point something out. Right now, Nalani is basically reverse gaslighting Vercingetorix.
Yep.
Karma.
It all comes
Yeah.
around. It all comes around.
I mean, they did that to everyone, but this.
Yeah. This,
Now
is,
this
this has
is
a certain
spicy.
JoJo Siwa to
Yep.
it. Vercingetorix, there's something about that that's familiar. Like, you don't. Now you think about it, you don't remember. You remember you won. And you're a bride. You're going to be a bride, and that's good. You know that's good. You don't really remember anything before that. or after that. I mean, obviously you wouldn't remember anything after that, but there's something in what he just said that's like a familiar twing at the back of your head when you think you know it, but you can't put your finger on why.
It's you. No,
Yeah.
I.
In the woods, you called for me. We bumped into each other. We both knew that the other was safe. Remember?
Roll a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And
Consistency.
Ooh, whoa.
yeah, that's so strange because there's not anyone like this in Arishkana. You don't think that part is hard to remember, but you remember Woods and you remember bumping into him and you remember that feeling of relief and spooling in your chest as you saw him. But you don't know why.
You're not from Arishkanai.
You're right. I'm not. We're from different places, you and I. Not maybe terribly different. Hey. And Roger kind of like waggles his finger again, like the hey, I'm thinking kind of motion, right? And takes like a step towards Vercingetorix and goes, I I don't see him around. Do you know where he went?
Who?
Well, Kedwin. I thought he'd be here.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
Literally, the consistency is unreal.
I feel like that would shake her a
Oh
little
yeah,
more.
yeah. Kedwin. Now that you know, Kedwin. Kedwin is warmth in your chest. Kedwin is a heartbeat that wasn't there. But why? Why wasn't there a heartbeat? You have a heartbeat now, but you didn't. There was definitely a time when you didn't. When you don't. When you. It's all getting blurry.
She like reaches up to like hold her chest like she's like feeling her own heartbeat, and she like looks around, and then she looks back at Roderick and she's like, where is Kedwin?
It's a great question. I would have thought he was with you. I mean, would you want to come look for him? Make sure he's safe?
She nods really slowly. Like she's not sure why.
The hand that the girl had put on your shoulder tightens, and she says, "You can't go anywhere. You won. You've been chosen. Are you so ungrateful that you're going to just throw that all away?"
You're very right. Verk did win, didn't she? I should say Vercingetorix did win, didn't she? You've made it already. You're already there.
But I'm to marry her.
You already did.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one.
And that, yeah, you did marry. You don't. It's so strange. You don't remember anything before Ilya. That's her. That's the lake. That's who you're gonna marry. You remember now. You married the lake. You are a bride of the lake. But you don't remember this. You don't remember this room or these girls. But you remember Ilya. You remember the lake. You remember her telling you had to go and join The trials. You had to go join the trials. And yeah, that Roderick, that's where you know him from the trials.
Her like expression doesn't change, but she is like crying. Like just like tears streaming down her cheeks, and then she like slowly like gets up and like steps towards Roderick and is like, I think it's time for me to leave.
I think so too. I think Kedwin's worried about you too.
She
Roderick,
just nods.
Roderick, roll me a dex save.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh
Oh
shit.
boy.
Oh, that's a bad deck save.
Oh.
You see it too late. You see too late the knives that each of these girls draw from their belts, hidden from Vercingetorix until now, as they always would have been hidden, perhaps, until the moment that she cannot remember. And too late you see them step forwards, and too late you see the knives go in. Vercingetorix, roll me a wisdom save. You remember everything. And this is not just everything you had before. You remember what Ilya took from you, what death took from you. You remember being a little girl alone on the shores of Lake Orishkanai. You remember a mother gone, sisters gone. You remember living in the carved-out trunk of a tree. You remember the bride festival. You remember spinning in the waters of the lake, the cold around your ankles, each girl falling one by one until it was just you, the winner, the one who would be the bride of the lake. You remember the ceremony where they prepared you, brushed your hair, painted your cheeks. You remember your time as a bride, hopeful, where you served the community as a midwife, as a healer, collecting herbs from the shores of the water that lapped, always in darkness. And then you remember the edge of the lake, the girls leading you forwards. You remember each knife as it went in. You remember each death as it happened. Again and again, as your blood went into the lake, as a deal was made, as your wife rose up to claim you and claimed you for forever. And how she told you that you had been nothing before her. But you remember now. You remember you have always been you. And she took it, but you got it back. And with remembering comes the knowledge that this can't be real, because it happened on the shore, because it happened when you were alone, because if Roderick and Pluto and Lani had been there, it would never have happened. And that is enough that the rest of you see the girls descend on Vercingetorix. You see as their skin withers, as it cracks, as between the skin pools water, deep and black as the bottom of the lake. And it pools around Vercingetorix, and it soaks her. But as it does, each knife wound heals. And you're back in the corridor.
Well. It happened.
Shitty hand.
Um,
Damn, bro, that sucks.
They get back. I'm picturing they get back in the corridor, and it's like really quiet for a second, and then Nalani just goes like tilts their head up to Vercingetorix and is like,
You good?
Yeah, Pluto
she's
does the same thing that he did with like June, which is like, okay, are you all right?
she is still like crying, but like expressionless, you know. And she doesn't say anything, but she like nods really slowly.
Hey.
I think we should go after Kedwin now.
Yeah.
She nods again, and like that makes her stand up.
Okay.
Okay. Celeste, are we good?
Yeah, you're all good down where I'm sending you in, getting big meat McGee ready for you.
Okay. That's weird.
Oh, it's big. He's big. There's a lot of meat on him. Anyway, sorry.
I,
Getting...
I don't want you to say that.
Oh, all right. Sorry. My bad.
God.
You know what? Establishing boundaries.
Yeah,
Orelai could never.
it's not many
Well
boundaries
done,
when it
Milani.
comes to Celeste, but
You step through the door.
Oh my god, wait, as they walk in, Pluto reaches for Burke's hand like she did with him in the grass.
She holds his hand so tight.
He
She's
doesn't let
like
go.
she's shaking, dude. She's doing that thing where she's like experiencing an emotion and she doesn't know how to process it, so she just like shakes like a leaf.
He's very gently like rubbing his thumb and is like, it's alright. It's alright.
And as you hold hands, you step through the door. And again, familiar to a few of you, not all of you by now, you are swallowed by mist. And as it parts, you find yourself back in the dark. This time, in Arishkanai, you are outside. This is familiar to you, Vercingetorix, the eternal night that Arishkanai lives in. The eternal pitch. No sun, no moon, no, only clouds, only dark, only the lake. And as your eyes adjust to the dark, you look forwards, and you see Kedwin, stood in the shallows. But a younger Kedwin, around 15 or so perhaps. His hair is short. He's scrawny. He looks nothing like the man that he will one day be, and yet instantly, Vercingetorix, you know him. In his hands, he holds a wreath, half made, abandoned forever. He has not rolled up his trousers nor taken off his shoes, and they are soaked. And he just stares out at the lake, oblivious to you all.
Vercingetorix like steps forward and like really softly she just goes, who's that wreath for?
He startles at the sound of your voice and steps back a little. You're actually about the same height at this stage. Clearly hasn't had the growth spurt yet. And he turns to you with wide eyes and he clutches the wreath closer to his chest. And he says, my mother was making it.
And where is she now?
And he just turns and looks out at the lake.
She's not going to come back.
You don't know that. She might.
I do know. I know the lake better than anybody. There's nothing here for you in this place.
I don't know who you are, but I am waiting here for her to come back.
My name is Vercingetorix. You will know me.
And he looks away from the lake and squints at you, and his hands shake around the wreath a little. And he says slowly, Vercingetorix of Arishkanai?
That's right.
I don't. Who, what do you mean I'll know you?
This is not real. It's a memory. And when you wake up, you'll know me. Like you've known me for a long time. Will you trust me?
When I... And he like steps a little closer to you. And you see him frown. And you can't be sure, but you think maybe he's a little taller than he was. I
Aren't you tired of the dark? Don't
Yeah.
you want to see the light?
There's only dark in Arishkanai.
There are worlds beyond Arishkanai.
And that's
If you
why
come with me, I'll take you to them.
go with you. Where would we go?
Anywhere. We were in Scribes Town for a time. Very briefly. It's where you kissed me for the first time. Yeah!
For a dude with +0 to wisdom, he's rocking it.
Seems
Uh,
like
Power
a
of Kedwin Jedrick.
Yeah.
VCR Nation rise.
Yeah. And he drops the wreath. And it's strange, you must blink for a long moment because when he reaches for you, there is not the little boy anymore. He's not quite himself again, but certainly older, certainly on the way to it. The hands that caress your face are the hands. They're still too soft, not worn down enough, not calloused by swords and pommels and weapons and death enough yet. But he is almost himself as he drags the edge of his fingers across your jaw and says, "When I kiss you in Scribes Town, when I died for you."
You did.
I was... And you see as he turns towards the lake, and he kind of like recoils, and you see him stagger back. And as he staggers back, again, it's that strange moment where you must have blinked a moment too soon, and when he steps out of the shallows, it is Kedwin as you knew him, Kedwin scarred and battered and bruised, but you're Kedwin. And he looks at you and he says, "How are we here?"
Milani's parents.
No, this. You have to. And he goes to step back into the lake. And I think probably for the first time you see him hesitate. And he like looks down at the water and then reaches for you. But you can see he can't make himself step back in there.
She like reaches for him and is like, "Please, take my hand."
I will just come out of the water.
You need to come to me.
And he looks back towards the water. can't do that.
She's not here.
She's everywhere.
Not here. This is not real. You're dreaming.
Is she holding her hand out to him?
Yeah.
He takes a deep breath and he says, I died for you because I love you. Because I trust you. And he steps into the lake and he reaches for your hand.
Oh, she takes it and like pulls him towards her.
And he goes and he wraps his arms around you as soon as he can. And he does that thing, you know, where like someone like gets their hand on the back of your head to like cradle your head, like when you're hugging. And he hugs you close and he says, I thought the last thing I remember is falling. But you were safe, so it was. Was Nalani? I tried to.
Nalani is alright.
Right. How do? This is a dream, and Nalani's parents. So how do we get out of here?
I think you just have to want to.
And if I wake up, I'll be with you.
I hope so.
And he nods. And he steps back just enough that he can cup your face in his hands. And he says, that's all I ever want. And he kisses you. And as he kisses you, you feel it, that shift of the ground beneath your feet. The world unspooling. And when it returns, you're all back in the corridor.
Wow. Poetry.
Poetry.
And
And
Kevin...
then to get Sanjin, we go into his dream and yank him out and just walk out.
Oh!
hot though. He is hot. As Kedwin comes back into the corridor, he pulls back from kissing you and turns and sees everyone and is obviously evening.
Gets head tilted and he's like, "Aww."
Roger gives a head nod. Evening.
Versus Generix is holding on to her arm or holding on to his arm with both of hers. She's latched onto his side.
Where are we?
In reality or here?
Is here not reality?
No.
Right. Okay. Right. It's one of those.
We're in my parents' house. Technically, I guess you could call it my house. I lived there.
Nalani, could I just say something? No offense, but from what I've seen of it so far, your house fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're all here. That's good. Wait, where's Sanjing?
He's still in his dream.
Next in line.
Yeah.
Oh, so, we have to, Vurk just did. We have to get him?
Gonna kiss him.
No, I'm not gonna kiss him. No.
I mean, if anybody wants to, they can. I don't want to.
No,
I'm not gonna.
No, I don't.
No.
I mean, I suppose if I had to, I do owe him my life. I could, I guess.
Are you gonna kiss him?
No. And he looks at this Jedi.
Oh.
No.
I wouldn't be angry if you did.
Well, all right. In that case, I suppose if I need to, but only if
I
I
mean,
need
it's
to. It's you know
right.
life or
It's
death.
necessary,
Yeah. Mhm.
of course.
Oh, all right.
This is.
Yes. Let's go.
It's literally the only person that's needed to be kissed to get out of it was you. So I think you should internalize that. Celeste, we need to go see Sanji now.
And Kedwin is like frowning at you, perplexed, like, oh, maybe I do. And then you all just hear Celeste go, one vampire tweet coming up, and the door unspools in front of you.
Another thing I wish you wouldn't say.
I'm only speaking the truth, Nalani.
I
I'm only
know.
speaking the truth. Keep your
I-
homophobia at the door. This is a twink
not
hate free zone.
homophobic.
Well, um, and you step through
I'm
the
not
door.
the homophobic PC.
You all step through the door. Again, there is that mist, that sensation of walking through fog. And then it begins to unspool slowly. And you find yourself in a room lit by dozens of candles. They are the, the candles that like float, like in the pot, that like float in the oil or the water, whatever.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh.
And you see a figure sat in front of you, in front of a large mirror, slowly painting their face in this like geisha style. And I put it in art, sorry. And
Oh.
it, in fact, everyone roll me a perception
Whoa.
check, actually.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I like the them.
Interesting.
Perception.
For perception, I just type PERC, and every time check perk.
Check.
I'm running low on
Hell
perks,
yeah.
bro. I rolled a 13, by the way.
Oh, Chuck, can you roll perception for me?
Oh, I am so sorry.
No, you're
Jules
fine.
texted me asking if I wanted to go get Taco Bell after D&D.
I understand, don't worry.
I want
Okay.
some Taco Bell.
God, I'd love some Taco Bell, god damn it.
I had Tijuana flats today, so flips my hair.
I got distracted by the mere concept
Yeah,
of a
that's fair.
Doritos Locos taco.
Oh man.
So, yes, Nalani got a 10, Pluto got a 19, and Bert got an 18. And so, Nalani, you are kind of just overwhelmed by everything. This room is, like, beautifully decorated. Like, everything is made of, like, silk. Like, there's, like, drapery. Oh, sugar, yeah, sorry, Kedwin and Varishkanai. Sorry.
It's like, don't erase him.
Sorry, I forget I have him in Havre. Yeah, this room is beautiful. You have silk draped from the ceiling as like curtains that cover the walls, and there's like mannequins with like kimonos on them, and they are beautiful. Like this is luxury. Not Nalani, you've seen some finery like this in
Yeah.
living in your home in the time. Everyone else, this is like. What is this? And Nalani, you're kind of just overwhelmed trying to process all of this. Roderick, it takes you and Kedwin a second, whereas Pluto and Burke, you recognize straight away that the figure sat painting themselves in front of the mirror is Sanjing. There's something else you two notice as well that the others don't. The rise and fall of his chest.
Oh.
This is Sanjing alive. What do you do?
Versagenerics is just like, you look lovely.
And he's in the middle of like painting like a line across his cheek. And as you say that, he jumps and just like smears it down. And like then looks up in the mirror and sees you and his eyes narrow and he's just like, who are you?
Oh, sorry. That won't be hard to fix, I don't think. My name is Versagenerics. We've met before. I owe you a great debt.
I'll roll his. Hold on, what's Sanjing's wisdom +6? I'll roll it in a.
Wink. Wow. Whoa.
Whoa!
He's like, oh, of course.
Oh,
Murder.
yeah,
Yeah, that bitch owes me big.
He like stands up, and you see he is in one of the like kimonos that has obviously like come off the one of the mannequins, and it is like beautiful. And he kind of like hugs his arms around himself and like squints at you and is like, why would I owe you a debt? Just you all need to leave. The madam doesn't know you're here, does she?
You saved Kedwin's life. I guess maybe that's a peculiar turn of phrase.
Oh, sorry. And he like looks at Kedwin and squints further and is like, No. I made you like me, but I'm not. Who are you people? You can't be here.
We met you in Renobo's house. You were trapped there for a very long time.
Ren. And you see like horror kind of flick across his face just for a second. And then he's like, no, you can't be. You need to leave. If Madam, if she knows you're here, it's not.
She won't know. She doesn't know.
No, you don't understand, Madame Baojai. She's not forgiving. And Pluto, I'm gonna DM you real quick.
Oh, me?
Shit.
And I will put
Ooh.
the spelling of that in gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah, Pluto steps forward. Madam, yes, I've heard of her.
Sanjing like steps back as you step forwards. So
He
he's
puts
like,
his hands up, like it's okay.
he is looking at you all very much now like a cornered animal. Like Roderick, the Sanjing that has taunted you time and time again is not in the room right now.
Right.
You know her, fine. That doesn't mean anything. You can't be here. I have to go. I have my ceremonies coming up. You can't interfere with that.
We're not. What ceremony is it?
That's not your. It's. I'm going to be hers.
How do you mean, hers?
It's what I. And he like shakes his head and looks at Kedwin and is like, "Why do I remember? I wouldn't make you. I can't. I'm not. I can't make you hers if I'm not hers. So, how does that?"
Because in the life that you lead, not this one, the one in reality, you escape, you're free from her, and you're free, you're with us. You're not hers, you're your own.
And sorry, I'm just having to. I copied pasted the 1d20 +6, And then because I'd copied Madame Bauja, I had to type it again. And as you say that, he like steps towards you and like raises a hand and is like, "Shh, you can't say things like that."
She can't hear us, not here.
She can always hear you.
He takes out his holy symbol. I'm a cleric. The undead, can't touch us here. Not like that.
That doesn't make any. Well, maybe she can't hear you, but she can hear me.
That's fine. We don't have to say her name again.
No, because you all need to leave now. Actually, thank you. Goodbye. Lovely to meet you.
You need to come with us.
Why would we be leaving when I owed you a favor at Brace Hill?
Oh yeah, do it.
Yup, we got him.
Roderick is the fucking king at this. Jesus Christ.
It's the homosexuality in Sanjing.
That's fair.
Sanjing's head like slowly
He's like, hold
tilts,
up.
like towards Roderick, and then up, and you see him squint. And then he like slowly raises a finger to point it at you, and he has like beautiful nails at the moment. They're like acrylic and everything. It's fancy.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, they're like jeweled. And he like points it at you, and he's like, "You, I know you.
You do. Indeed, you do.
You can't be here. But then I can't be. If I wait, no, because if I owe you a favor, I can't in Scribes Town, and you did this, and he like reaches up and like, you know, like how you took Sanjing's face in your hand and like squashed it.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to do that with the mask, which obviously does not work because it is a mask. But like puts his hands on your face and goes like tries to squish them.
As he gets close to touching Roderick's face, Roderick just grabs his wrist and goes, "I get it."
And like as you hold his wrist, he like reaches out with his finger and just like pokes at your cheek as if to be like it's like tapping the mask as if to be like more
Is this
checking.
real?
Yes, yeah. Roderick, the one with the choke cherry,
Are you coming to your senses yet?
and you. And he turns and like points at Pluto.
The hot DILF, yes.
Yes. Yes, they upgraded the twink for you.
Yeah, I'm the
Thank
new
God.
DILF. And he says it like he's gonna throw up.
Right, yes. And then he like looks back and sees like, is Roderick still holding his wrist?
Sure.
Yeah. And he like shakes it off like, ugh, and is like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Great question. Let's get going.
Wonderful, yes. And then he like turns towards the mirror and like catches sight of himself. And you roll me an insight check. Everyone.
Who, me?
Everyone?
Oh,
Yeah,
everyone? Okay.
Yeah. Or I mean, anyone who wishes to be insightful towards Sanjing. If that's
Not Roderick.
No, Roderick's like,
Oh my god.
Roderick's like, how dare he remove my hand from his wrist?
Vercingetorix is still emotional shaking.
Yeah.
She is not here.
See how I remembered him and he's never been insightful.
Kevin even less so.
Yeah, Kenan's like,
Love him.
Nalani and Pluto. You see, like, as he catches sight of himself, Nalani, it's a look you recognize from yourself, from when your parents would make you, like, dress up and parade you for rich guests. And you would look at yourself and you wouldn't recognize yourself, and it would make you feel sick. Pluto, you don't know the feeling, but you see the look of absolute revulsion that, like, flashes across his face, like, blink and you'll miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he raises his hand and like grabs the sleeve of this fine white silver kimono and like drags it across his face, smearing makeup across it all, just ruining the fabric. And then he's like, "Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here." And you do.
Pluto offers his hand, like not
Yeah.
like with like the gentleness that he offered it with like everyone else, but like the take it.
And Sanjing like looks at you, and then
White's not your color.
are you coming on to me?
No.
This fucking guy.
That's a shame.
Oh, he's back.
Roderick,
Oh, this fucking guy! Do not let him in! Do not let him in!
and you can all hear like as the mist begins to envelop you and fades, you can just hear Sanjing be like, "Roderick, you came to save me. You do like me."
Roderick's gonna turn to Pluto and be like, "I'm glad that went well. I was almost feeling sorry for him. My backup was supposed to threaten to kill him and see if that didn't wake him up."
I was gonna
Oh my
drown
God.
him. I am 3 seconds away from it right now. It would just be so easy. And he raises his like water arm and like fingers curl. And his fingers curl into like an orb, and it's like it's just so easy.
God.
My God, like an Animal Crossing character.
Like an Animal Crossing.
And then like stepping kind of between the two of you, like not between, but like behind, Sanjing's just like, "You can say what you like. You came to rescue me. You like me."
Pluto like jerks his hand away. It's like fuck off.
And that's where I was gonna end it for today.
You guys! Be one!
I love Scribes so much.